LW とテクノポリスの TP の試合が15時から。さあ、第1マッチはリジェクト VS ンガイズ。ホームチームを
ことが多い。
はい。
やっぱ引き止めるがなく、
ご覧の通り、フラバルは右下のエリアを確保していきます。
NG's Hunter going against RC survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Ever Sleeping Town. It looks like he will be already making his way towards Rioli, who was able to enter into the graveyard. Did have a clone there, already getting a white ball on the survivor. And Rioli is the postman, so he can utilize his dog bites to try and slow down this hunter. But it doesn't look like he was... Oh, he did get the dog bite onto the hunter, so... Great aim on the side of this postman, getting another clone at the window vault and getting that black ball onto the postman. Postman has to be careful not to get the red ball, but wonderful prediction on the side of the hunter. As he was turning the corner and going around that wall, he was able to land the red ball on the survivor. He will be getting on this tram. Hunter will not be getting on the tram with him. He's just going to take a shortcut and meet him at the next spot. However, that is the area where Mono P is decoding. Mono P is the puppeteer. Puppeteer can tank some hits, but it's incredibly hard to just get body block since the hunter just hits the survivor in the area. Wonderful Seer Owl to body block the hit. The hunter is closing him down. He's in a very narrow area, a very good place for the hunter, and a terror shot while vaulting that pallet, and this will be the first down for the Seer. If we look at the Cypher machines, the first one is at 83, second at 72, and the third one at 67%. The Cypher machine that Mono P was currently working on is not going to be able to get any more progress while the hunter camps this area. Was able to throw down another peeper. RC City is coming in for the save. The hunter has caught him out. It looks like he's gonna have to try and go the other way around. He is not able to avoid any bombs. He already has the black ball and the white bomb. He has to be careful not to get the red bomb, but he gets the red bomb and is unable to make it to the chair quite yet. He will be getting another hit, and that's a down situation for the mercenary. However, he does have that. He was able to get the save with Ty Turner on the postman. This is looking very bad for the side of the survivors. That is a double down situation. Mono P has won it order. We have 2 Cypher machines completed, the 3rd Cypher machine at 72 and the 4th Cypher machine at 35%. It looks like Raoli will be dying as far as possible in the corner house, away from all the survivors, away from their Cypher machines, and will be cheering Raoli for the second time, but it doesn't look like the mercenary was able to get the save before half, so Raoli will be returning to the manor right away. Hunter using his clone to find the location of the other survivor. RC City has died in the corner of Fake 8, but the hunter is unable to locate this mercenary, so it looks like he will be changing targets and going towards Soba, who is the seer. He will be jumping over those obstacles with his ability, and it looks like he will be closing the distance, almost caught up on him, getting a clone hit onto Soba. The white ball has landed on him, and he's trying to make it to the next pallet. Flywheel, and was able to make it to the pallet, but the hunter just jumped right over. There's a black ball and just a red ball, and then Soba will be going down. Soba's being very careful before throwing down this pallet. Hunter switching places with the pallet stun the hunter and was able to make it to the next set of pallets, but the clone got the red ball on him. Another red ball, white ball on the seer, and he will be going down. We have 3 Cypher machines completed. The 4th Cypher machine will be completed very shortly. The survivors just need to prime out 1 Cypher machine and come for the save. This is the first down for the side of the seer, so he still has a lot of time on the chair. We do see that the mercenary has gotten up, but he is still at half health. He was hit twice before he made it to the chair last time, so he needs to be careful. It does look like he has used his elbow pads to make it to the chair right away and getting the save. Hunter will be going after Soba, unable to land any damage on the mercenary this time. It looks like he was being very cautious. Hunter teleporting away to the last Cypher machine. It is in graveyard, and Mono P is working on it. Not the best survivor to chase since he is the puppeteer, can tank a lot of hits. However, it is the Hullabaloo, and if he just withholds his ball, he can get it. Wait till the puppet finishes and will be able to land more damage, and while he's waiting he can land the red bomb and the white bomb. and all he has to do is land the black bomb. He's not. Oh, he got back into his puppet form, and the hunter was able to get the hit onto the survivor. Will be landing another wonderful red ball. It doesn't look like he cares, and he's not waiting for this puppet to be used up. He just keeps hitting the survivor and just downs him completely. For downing the survivor, so just no fear on the side of this hunter, and I think that's why he was able to down this puppeteer so quickly, and this puppeteer was just cornered, and it will be his first chair. They do see a cipher machine is almost primed. We also have City in the backside corner of the map already getting ready to get the save. Got the save off onto the survivor, and they're going in different directions. Hunter is trying to down City. City has gotten the down. Cipher machines have popped. He's going to be elbow padding away to a better area to kite and stay away from this hunter. Hunter has got the black ball, white ball on the mercenary already. He needs to avoid the red ball. Hunter is slowly putting the red ball all and will be able to down this survivor. Hunter, however, does not have detention, so he can go for this next survivor, going to teleport to the side of the corner house. Will be running into Sova, will be able to get that red ball on the Seer. Seer also has an owl, was able to fly wheel and to get some more distance. Black ball was gonna get the white ball, but the Seer owl is helping the Seer kite a little longer. He's just staying in the white area because at this point it doesn't matter. The hunter jumps and downs the Seer, so it looks like the exit gate is opened up by Mono P, the puppeteer. The Seer has been chaired for the second time. The mercenary is trying to heal himself up. He does not have self-heal, so it looks like Mono P is just trying to buy more time, or are they just going to accept this one-man escape? And it does seem like that is what the RC survivors plan on doing. We do see that the mercenary is crawling towards the dungeon, but doesn't look like he's going to the dungeon. It looks like he will just be taking that one-man escape.
なんかのモードで
刺さっていましたからね。
刺さってましたね。
左右読みをいつするかですよね。結構池江とか瞬間移動の場合だったら、とにかく暗号機に
RC Hunter going against NG survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Ever Sleeping Town. It looks like he's already making his way towards Corner House, where he will be running into Turd D, who is the mechanic. Hunter has thrown a clone towards that direction, hasn't been able to drop down her bot quite yet. He will be following the blood trails on the ground as he sees that the mechanic is going around the building. Was able to land the white bomb on the mechanic, and the mechanic is being very patient, waiting on the side until he can actually see this hunter before rotating, because she does not want to end up running into him. Was able to get the black bomb onto the was able to land this red ball with the clone, and just a white bomb, and she'll be going down, but the hunter will be breaking this pallet instead. As she transitions out, she needs to make it to the second pallet, but even if she does camp the pallets, the white area can be landed with a clone and with precision. Will be taking the survivor down for the first time. Cipher machines at 62, 57, and 52%. We have one in order on the puppeteer. Hunter is using his clones to see the direction of the survivor. We do see that the mechanic spot was out. It is working on the corner house cipher machine. The gravekeeper is in his shovel. Hunter is trying to land more balls. We'll be able to get the red ball, white ball onto the survivor. A little pause here for a second, but we're back, and he was able to terror shock on the save. He was not able to get that save. Wonderful timing on the side of the hunter. He has to be careful of getting hit by this tram. He also destroyed the bot as well. Only like 25% of the bot left, but that's not even going to matter because getting the save on this mechanic is more important at this time. It does seem like Mochi is making his way to the chair using the upper propel and his jetpack to make it to the chair. Hunter getting a clone, getting the hit onto Mochi, but he was able to get the save before the mechanic expired, but he did down Mochi already. Hunter is carrying and bringing this gravekeeper survivor to the chair. Doesn't look like he's gonna be chairing anytime soon. He's gonna be dropping down the Gravekeeper and committing on this mechanic, because the mechanic will be returning to the manor if she is down for the second time. But she is doing a very good job avoiding these hits, and he will be having to avoid the red area, but she's doing a very good job. There's a little bit of the red area, and unfortunately the hunter will adjust his body and get that red area on the mechanic, downing her for the final time. She will be returning to the manor. We see that the airplanist is still down. Airplanist has gotten up, but one order was on airplanist. Hunter is going towards that direction. Hunter does look and see there is a survivor at middle. There's another survivor at the pallet. It is Mochi, and the hunter will be chasing him next. Thankfully he was saved by healed by a survivor, so he didn't utilize his self-heal, but this is a very early one-man elimination. Only 2 cipher machines have been completed. He is kind of waiting around at this pallet, but he needs to be careful not to get all 3 bombs on him, but unfortunately he will be going down for the second time. However, this is his first chair. 2 cipher machines completed, the 3rd cipher machine at 43, the 4th cipher machine at 17, and the 5th cipher machine at 7%. It looks like the hunter will be using his abnormal and getting rid of all the progress in the middle cipher machine. And it does look like the puppeteer is slowly making his way towards the chair. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I'm not even gonna try. He is in his puppet form, and he is attempting to make the rescue. He was able to make the rescue and get the survivor saved with Tide Turner. Hunter is, however, is still on Mochi, not allowing Mochi to get away. Was able to land the white ball on him, and he will be going down once again, chairing him for the second time. Hunter is just waiting for this Tide Turner effect to run out, and as soon as he runs out, she will be picking him and taking him right back to the closest chair. The puppeteer is decoding. 5884 is making his way towards a chair, but he's at 75% injury, so I'm not sure how the survivors are really going to work this out. But he is in his shovel form, and the hunter has already located the survivor. He is making his way closer to the chair. White ball onto the survivor, changing, rotating the wheel, was able to get the save before half. Despite the circumstances, very good job on the side of this Gravekeeper. The hunter was able to down the Gravekeeper, so the Gravekeeper will be going down with this Tide Turner, but the hunter has yet to, I spoke too soon, he has downed this airplanist as well. Airplanist doesn't have any jetpacks to work with. He'll be going down, and he will be returning to the manor. In the first half of the game, NG's hunter was able to eliminate 3 survivors, so if RC's hunter Aka is able to eliminate all 4 survivors, they will be winning round 1. So it does look like he's going to utilize his clone to try and find the location of one of the remaining survivor, which is the puppeteer. It does look like he noticed he is near inside of graveyard, and it does look like he has noticed him, and it looks like he will be getting the red ball on him right away, the black bomb on him, and just one more bomb. He will be taking the hit in his puppet form, so he's still at half health. Got the second bomb hit onto the survivor and downing him, and he will be picking him up, but he's most likely gonna go for the slugging method. The aeroplane, the Gravekeeper, oh, he's chairing this. He's chairing. He's not afraid of losing the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper, however, has gotten up. The dungeon is in middle. He does not want to let this Gravekeeper have that dungeon. Gravekeeper does have a little shovel to work with. Hunter will be getting the black bomb and the red bomb. He is out. He is forced out of his shovel, and he just needs to get the red bomb on the survivor and is able to down and run right away, and that's a 4-man elimination for
なんか
RC
最大飛び
Aka.
越えられる距離みたいなものを全部使っていた。さすがに凄まじかった
凄まじすぎますね。
ね。
結局さ、まあそういったところで、
はい
もう即
ベーシックな湧き方というか。
NG's hunter going against RC survivors. It will be Ivy on the lakeside village. Hunter is already sending her ghost towards Soba, which will be the coordinator. She does have the gun to work with and really extend her kite as long as she utilizes it well. Hunter will be infecting this coordinator right away, and she will be already making her way towards the survivor. The ghost is still latched onto the survivor, so the hunter knows the exact location. She has gotten about 28% corruption so far. It depends on the coordinator whether she's going to be saving the stun gun or it doesn't look like she's going to be saving the stun gun. She'll be using it right away and stunning the hunter, using this time to teleport away. The ghost is being sent back to the survivor to make sure to down her soon. She does have 72% corruption, will be thrown down that pallet, keeping the main body away from her as she makes her way around and looping this shack area. She is trying to go back to the, will be getting 100% corruption and getting the first hit very soon, and is able to use this to transition away towards what looks like she's going towards Little Boat. The ghost is going towards Soba once again. Main body is catching up and Soba will be able to transition while the ghost is going towards Mono P, will be infecting Mono P and trying to delay that Cypher Machine progress while the main body does not lose sight of this coordinator. Coordinator is going towards shore and it does look like she will be running into Rioli, but Hunter is not paying attention to that survivor. Blink hit and downing her right away as she tries to enter this next palleted area to try and kite longer. However, there isn't a big issue since the survivor did finish that Cypher Machine at shore, so she isn't disrupting any of the survivors or their Cypher progress. The ghost will be sent towards Big Boat and it will be to Rioli, who is the lawyer, has been decoding quite a lot, will be infecting him, will be infecting the Soba, will be trying to get a scare on the Wildling. Wildling has approached. The Cherry needs to be careful not to get, will get the normal hit and get the save before half with Tide Turner. RC City does have 100% corruption, but he was on his board, so the board will be eating the hit for him and the hunter will be back looking for Soba. Soba does not plan on leaving the shore area. She is going to go towards the pallet. She has to be careful not to be in the area of corruption, so that means she has to kite in the outer area of the entire circle, and that is a very big circle, so she's going to be having a very hard time. She only has one pallet to work with. Will be infecting her, teleporting to her right away, getting 100% corruption, and will be downing her for the second time. 3 Cypher Machines have been completed. The 4th Cypher Machine at 80%, the 5th Cypher Machine at 14%, so it does look like the Cypher Machines are progressing quite well. Hunter will be sending her ghost towards City's Cypher Machine. It looks like he just broke a tablet. The hunter is trying to get scare and was able to get the scare, but the main body isn't nearby and there isn't a tablet, so the scare will be reduced back to 0 while he just continues to decode. Will be infecting the Wildling and the main body will be recalling the ghost and infecting Rioli, who is coming in for the save. He is going to have to be very careful. Was able to get the save, but the down on the coordinator right away. Did get 100% corruption on the lawyer, but the hunter did not down the lawyer, didn't hit the lawyer, and is going to secure her first down on this survivor, sending the ghost towards Shack, and it looks like the ghost is once again on Mono P while the main body is going towards City. City is just decoding. We have 4 Cypher Machines completed. We have 2 Cypher Machines for the last Cypher Machine, one at 62 and the other at 51. Hunter is going to be infecting the Puppeteer as he's trying to prime up that Shack Cypher Machine. Hunter is going to be teleporting to the Shack and leaving the ghost at Big Boat. It looks like the main body will be going after Mono P at this time, and the ghost is still guarding the Big Boat first story Cypher Machine. He was able to vault and make it through the window areas, and it is the Puppeteer, so he can tank a lot of his. Oh, wonderful blink hit and getting the half damage on him right away. Didn't even give this Puppeteer the ability to summon his puppet and eat hits for him. He is on Little Boat, and it looks like he will be taking this window vault. Hunter will be sending the ghost towards Rioli and will be infecting Rioli. We have 3 endgame last Cypher Machines that the survivors are working on, and the ghost is back onto Mono P. However, the ghost has left. Oh, will be getting that teleport and the corruption, but it is in his puppet form, so the hunter does not attack and is allowing the survivor to wait out the puppet's abilities and try to get the scare onto the puppeteer and is able to get 80% corruption, does not plan on leaving this survivor anytime soon. Swing but misses, getting the 100% corruption, and these cypher machines have popped, and it's the end game with 2 healthy survivors and Mono P with half health. But the hunter does have detention. City is opening up that exit gate while the ghost is trying to reach in. The main body is attempting to go to the opposite area, was able to infect him, but he was able to get onto his war right away. The ghost is at Shack. Rioli is in this area. Ghost is going towards that exit gate, but it doesn't look like there's any survivors there. They are leaving this exit gate completely. We have the other survivors also leaving the exit gate. The hunter is unable to locate any of these survivors. So what we see happening a lot against IV mains is once the cypher machines have been popped and they allow the hunter to lose the survivors, because the hunter has to send a ghost to each. She needs to send a ghost to one exit gate and the main body has to be in one exit gate. So what the survivors do is they hang around the middle waiting for the hunter's detention to run out. However, the ghost was able to see the lawyer and has infected him and teleported to him right away. He is at 98% corruption, so if he just gets a scare, he can get 100% corruption on the survivor, but the hunter does not chase the lawyer for very long, sending the ghost back to the cornfield exit gate while the hunter will be recalling the teleporting towards the shack. It looks like she will be running into Rioli once again. The dungeon is in this area, so if the survivors can somehow manage to open up this gate, Rioli could get the dungeon escape. Hunter, however, still does have detention, so the survivors are going to be playing this very slow and will be taking their time. The wildling is now off of his boar, and this boar is on cooldown. RC City is going towards the wheat, the cornfield. Oh, we'll be downing Rioli with the main body. The cypher exit gates are almost open and is opening up. It's all at 97% and the exit gate is open. Mono P is able to get out. The ghost is being sent in that direction. The lawyer has been chaired. The ghost is looking for this remaining survivor, City, who is the wildling. His boar is no longer on cooldown. He has gotten on his boar and he's heading to the open gate. The hunter is sending his ghost towards that direction, but it doesn't look like... Okay, it does look like the hunter has spotted this wildling, and wildling is able to dash away through that open exit gate.
リジェクトもおそらくこのサバイバーは信頼して、その赤選手を信頼してのこの日、やはりこの3ポイントっていうのは相当大きいので、まずは赤選手は自覚が出てくるのかなと思います。行く、はい、みたいな取り方でもこれ強いですし、そうですね。
RC Hunter going against NG survivors. It will be Goatman on Lakeside Village. It looks like he's already making his way towards 5884, who is the mercenary. Not the most ideal chase for the first survivor. He can tank up two whole hits with the delayed damage. Oh my goodness, he got the 25% damage on this mercenary already while throwing down that pallet. Is getting ready to use his cage. The mercenary is being trapped and will be eating the hit immediately. He did utilize his elbow pad, but he was hit before, so it wasn't much help. Backing into the cage mirror and getting the down immediately, predicting every single move this mercenary is about to make. He's already utilized 2 of his elbow pads, and since he had that initial 25% damage, the 2 hits with the cages down the mercenary right away, making his ability of the slow damage, delayed damage ability completely useless. It looks like the hunter is getting ready to set up another cage. As soon as he notices there's a survivor coming, it is going to be Turdy, who is the enchantress, and it looks like he will be trapping her in the cage with the mercenary, and the hunter will be getting a hit onto her as she was trying to mind game at the pallet, but she was able to get the save on this mercenary, backing into the survivor and downing the mercenary right away once again. Amazing prediction for this survivor and precision in downing this mercenary incredibly fast. The enchantress did have 1 stun, but the hunter was going and cheering this mercenary in the opposite direction. She couldn't even get close, and it's looking very difficult for the side of the survivors. Hunter is planning to ensure the elimination of this mercenary. Mochi is on his way to the chair, will be utilizing his white bomb. The hunter places a cage right away, lands him in the first floor, double back, and is able to avoid the sun. My goodness, he went backwards and into the survivor, downing Mochi inside of the water sea area, blocking off the survivor coming in for the save. The lucky guy gets the normal hit and is unable to save this mercenary. Mochi is on the ground. The enchantress is at half health. The lucky guy just takes another 25% hit while he's trying to work on his robot. Hunter has thrown down another cage. Lucky guy going back and forth, doing a very good job avoiding these hits, and is going to be running into the hunter. And terror shock on that pallet ball. Mochi was able to get up, however, but Hunter going back using his cage is running into Mochi and downing him once again. Mochi no longer has self-heal, so the Hunter can just chair this lucky guy and then go look for this Enchantress. Enchantress, however, was able to heal up entirely, most likely with the help of the lucky guy's bot, and will be chairing the lucky guy for the first time. 2 Cypher Machines completed, and the 3rd Cypher Machine at 40% and the 4th Cypher Machine at 29%. Mochi can't get up. The Enchantress can come for the save, but that will be... there's nothing else she can do other than that, but she does have a stun to work with. If she stays nearby this hunter, she can accumulate more stuns. Is making her way to the chair, just took the normal hit and was able to get the save on the lucky guy. Lucky guy is trying to heal up the... it wasn't the... they healed up the acrobat and is able to get acrobat off of the ground, but the hunter has caged all 3 survivors here, and they just need to try and stay alive. Hunter going, backing and blinking and downing this acrobat once again. The survivor with no self-heal. It looks like the lucky guy is utilizing his bot and trying to get more. It looks like he's bringing the bot towards him. Hunter has caged him right away and downed him, and it's looking like a 4-man elimination. If he just picks up the lucky guy, chairs him, it's over. Acrobat doesn't have self-heal, so this is a 4-man elimination on the side of RC Aka.
4分30秒での試合の決着、見事なこちらただいまの試合データです。試合結果が表示されております。リジェクト勝利、そして赤選手ジェフリーでの獲得となりました。おめでとうございます。ロイヤルウルフ VS テクノポリス、どちらもアマチュアチームの試合でございます。キッシャーが持ってくるのを踏ませつつだとボールなんかもね、なかなか使いづらいでしょうし、
TP Hunter going against LW survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Arms Factory. He's already making his way towards the middle. It does look like he'll be running into Taco, but he changes his direction and goes towards Kono, who is the Embalmer. Embalmer already put down his coffin near the shack. Hunter is trying to locate the survivor, but he's already transitioned to the corner walls, and it looks like he's going to go in the wrong direction. He thinks he might be hiding in this shack corner walls, the mini walls, not the kiting walls, but it looks like Kono's already made his way all the way to the opposite side of the map near Arms Factory, and it looks like Hunter has to just look for a different survivor. He has run into Taco, who is the 4. Not the best chase. He does have the ball to utilize. We also see the Hunter running into Moko as well. She will be getting, let's see. Oh, already a black ball and a white ball. She needs to avoid getting the red ball. She's trying to get the body block, but unable to use the body block with the Orphe. And she is going to camp at this pallet, so that Orphe will be throwing down that pallet. But the Orphe does not throw down that pallet, or is just standing there. I'm not sure. Will be throwing down that pallet. Hunter will be jumping right over, getting the red ball, white ball. Just need to get the black ball, setting up the clone to get the black ball. Wasn't able to get the black ball quite yet. She's doing a very good job avoiding the black area. Gonna use up another Orphe to camp that pallet. Will be getting the down on her, and she will be going down and chaired for the first time. Cypher Machines at 62, 44, 35, and 23%. The Hunter is looking around, seeing if there are other survivors in the area. Has not gotten to Nidus yet, but will be triggered while Taco is making his way closer to the chair. He's still inside of the factory building. Hunter has seen him because he did fall. Gonna utilize that, the football, and stopped midway. will be getting the hit onto the forward. He was able to make it to the chair. Forward getting additional hit. The black, downing the forward. Looks like the hunter is going for a double down, trying to get the body block with the Orphe, but is getting the black ball and the white ball on the survivor. She needs to avoid getting the red ball, but she is able to get a pallet stun onto the hunter and prolong her life for a little while longer. She does have one Orphe left to utilize, but it looks like she was able to kite out Ty Turner, so she's still up and going, but will be taking the hit right there while she was setting up another Orphe. It does look like she will be out of items now. And the forward has gone down, but he is healing up at 72%. We do see that a survivor came and healed him up so that he doesn't have to utilize self-heal. 2 Cypher machines have been completed. The 3rd Cypher machine at 35, the 4th at 23, and the 5th at 15%. They are starting an additional 5th Cypher machine at 5%. It does look like there are survivors coming in for the save. It will not be Taco, it will not be Alpha. It did look like they were making their way towards the survivor, but they all doubled back and they're all leaving. The hunter, realizing that there are no survivors in this area, did get tinnitus, but Alpha is still quite far away. Alpha is the puppeteer, and it looks like she's going to finally utilize his warp and get a pallet stun and stopping the hunter for now, transitioning away towards, he's going to be using his puppet and trying to get to this pallet here. Hunter is being very patient, isn't going to be throwing down any balls quite yet. They just need to be able to land a white ball. He is rotating his color wheel and is able to get the hit on him, and that's a half hit, and so now he is at 75% damage, going down to the next hit of the 3 color balls, and will be cheering this puppeteer for the first time. 2 Cypher machines completed. The 3rd Cypher machine at 58%, the 4th Cypher machine at 62%, the 5th Cypher machine at 35%, and an additional Cypher machine at 15%. It does look like Kono is in the area, gonna make the save. They don't want to let the survivor all go down because they might be running out of options if there aren't enough survivors on the map. Was able to damage the survivor, a black ball already there, and he goes down in front. He coffined himself, went down, and looks like he's going to revive himself right away and go for the save. And it does look like he was able to get the red ball and the black ball onto the survivor, got the save, and the hunter is going to pay attention to the puppeteer instead, downing him right away. Incredibly fast down. However, Kono was able to get away. We have 3 Cypher machines completed. The 4th Cypher machine at 58, the 5th Cypher machine at 35. We see the forward coming in with the stun, but Hunter dropped down the survivor and was able to get him on the chair once again. It doesn't look like the save happened before half, so he will be returning to the manor, and there are 2 survivors left, both at half health. This is looking incredibly difficult for the side of the survivors. The dungeon is near Shack. Hunter is locating the survivor by using his clone. He is checking around inside of Shack, but he is not inside of the building. He's going towards the corner walls, and it looks like the hunter has seen the blood trails of this forward, continuously looking back, making sure that the survivors are not also decoding. He will be warping right over to Kono's Cypher machine and will be making his way towards him, but Kono has already made his way towards the walls. Hunter has seen him, gonna set up a clone to get the black ball on Kono, while Kono takes that window vault and is trying to get away from this hunter. The hunter hasn't been able to land another ball quite yet, but that is because he was at a distance. He was quite far away. Got another red ball onto the survivor. He needs to be careful not to get the white ball. We'll be very careful. Unfortunately, the hunter was able to get him down. This is actually the second down for the embalmer, and he already used his coffin, so it means if he is chaired, it will be his second chair. However, he does have self-heal. He still has self-heal. He can still heal himself. And it looks like he's going to go towards Taco. He was able to find him using his clone, but he's going in the wrong direction. He has seen the blood trails and is able to locate the survivor. The embalmer has healed up to 83%, while Taco is trying to die at this far corner, is able to get the red ball, utilizing the football to get away from the hunter, running into the clone and downing him immediately. The dungeon is in this area, so it looks like the hunter will be carrying him away just to make sure that these survivors do not get that dungeon escape and that he can get the 4-man elimination. We'll be chairing the forward and just just go looking for the embalmer. I do think this is not as dangerous for the hunter because he can locate the survivor with his clones, and it is for his first chair, and on top of that he already knows the location of the dungeon, and so it looks like this will be the end for this embalmer very soon. Not quite yet. We'll see how well this embalmer kites, if he can outlast this forwards chair, and it doesn't look like it will be the case. So a wonderful 4-man elimination for TP Molly.
もうほぼほぼ座れてないんじゃ。
一回殴らないでずっと待機してで赤エリアでやるみたいな。
ファーストチェイス誰と
伸ばせそうなところはありそうですよね。
LW Hunter going against TP survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Arms Factor. He's already making his way towards KT, who is the coordinator. Already got the white bomb on her with his clone and is catching up to her with his main body. She is running around the walls and utilizing this window and is able to avoid any more bombs for the time being. Hunter will be putting down a peeper. She will be throwing down that pallet and will be breaking this pallet right away, utilizing the stun gun while the hunter is breaking this pallet, ensuring that she will not be able to miss. And during this time she's transitioning into the factory. Great utilization on that stun gun. We do see that a lot of survivors miss the stun gun because hunters are very good at dodging, but in this case she did a very good job. We do see there's another people in that area, so her movement speed will be slowed down and she has to be very careful. The hunter will be spamming his clones on the pallet and window areas where he expects the survivor to vault and utilize, and so it's actually very hard for survivors to camp pallets and windows. It looks like she was able to transition, and she's doing a very good job keeping a safe distance away from this hunter. We got the red ball and the white ball on this survivor, and she is transitioning once again, and the hunter is just trying to get the black ball. Oh, wonderful flywheel, avoiding the hit when he got the black bomb on her. Have an additional red bomb and black bomb on this survivor. She just needs to avoid the white bomb. Was able to finally land the first damage on the survivor. She is trying to stay alive at this pallet, but it looks like she will finally be going down. However, her kite was extremely long because we already have two cipher machines completed. The third cipher machine almost completed at 88%. It does look like Hunter is going towards Snoopy and has thrown down a peeper. Hasn't quite located where the survivor is, but he is slowly making his way to the chair, utilizing his pocket watch right away, making sure that he can get closer to the chair without getting too much injury. Already has a red bomb on him. Hunter has managed to get a black bomb on him. He has to be very careful. He isn't going to be able to make it. He was able to make it before half, but he will be getting the injury. He already has a white ball on him. It looks like the hunter will be downing the coordinator right away. Coordinator doesn't have any items to work with, but it does look like she's trying to die as far away from the middle so that the survivors' ciphers can be completed. And as Tide Turner runs out, she will be going down. Hunter will be bringing him back to the chair for the second time. That was a really good clutch save on the side of the first officer, just barely making it before half. Hunter will also be putting down more peepers in this area to make sure that the survivors are seen if they are approaching the chair. Ken is making his way towards the chair. It is the acrobat utilizing his bomb to close the distance between him and the chair. He was able to get the save and was saving, and she was saved once again with Tide Turner. She is trying to stay alive here. She needs to be careful. She needs to avoid the white area, but unfortunately the hunter is able to down him. And she still does have more time on Tide Turner. Survivor is just doing an excellent job with these saves, and this coordinator just staying alive. Oh, she had to stay alive for a little longer. 3 cipher machines are completed. The remaining 2 cipher machines are primed, so this is the end game with 3 survivors. It does look like the coordinator will be returning to the manor. Survivors are just waiting for the perfect opportunity. It looks like they will pop these cipher machines. Hunter is going after this acrobat. Acrobat has a lot of balls to utilize, so he does have a lot of options. The hunter also has a lot of options. Wonderful job jumping over that obstacle and outside the factory. Hunter will be throwing more bombs at this acrobat, got the black ball, and got all 3 bombs, and will be chairing the acrobat for the first time. However, the exit gate is almost open, and it's looking like a 2-man escape. The exit gate has been opened, and yeah.
こちらただいまの試合データでございます。
耐久って考えると、やはり空軍っていうのは相当怖い。あれだけでこの病院っていう感謝で追い込まれた時に、なかなかチェイスがしづらいんですよね。
そうマップです。
LW Hunter going against TP survivors. It will be wax artists on Secret Heart Hospital. The interesting thing about the survivors in this round, every single one of them have self-heal, flywheel, and borrow time. They all have the exact same build, so we'll see how well this works out for the side of the survivors. On the side of the hunter, it looks like he will be running into T Masa, who is the psychologist, already making her rounds around the building, waiting around at that pallet. Hunter will be throwing down some wax towards that location. Got 80% wax onto this psychologist already as she tries to vault that window, and has gotten 100% wax. Will be taking the first hit here and transitioning right back into the hospital. Hunter will be following closely behind. She does have that stress ability that is in effect, and she will still be at full health after that runs out. Hunter is just trying to down the survivor as quickly as possible as she makes it to the birdcage window, is able to vault, has about 76% wax, is trying to camp around here at the pallets. Hunter has thrown down a peeper here, so she has slowed down significantly. She flywheeled, but she wasn't able to get the wax off. Instead, she did throw down those pallets. Hunter is just walking around this area while she tries to make her way right back to the pallet, is not able to do so, and will be eating a hit, and will be going. Oh, we have the forward coming in from the side and getting the wonderful stun. It looks like he used almost half of his football, so that means the psychologist was able to make a lot of distance away. 98% wax if he gets hit. That's a down for the psychologist. We have the support from the professor throwing down those pallets for him and body blocking so that the wax, it will be eaten. Flywheel avoiding any injury and continuously body blocking for this survivor. It looks like he will be leaving her side, and she will have to kite alone, trying to stay alive at this pallet, throwing down that pallet and going down with it. Hunter will be breaking this pallet and bringing her to the chair for the first time. Snoopy already making his way towards the chair, feeding tinnitus to this hunter. We have one cipher machine completed, the second cipher machine almost completed at 95, the third cipher machine at 81, and the fourth cipher machine at 34%. Snoopy making his way towards the chair. Hunter throwing a lot of wax on this survivor at 32% wax. He's hiding behind that tree, but he's eating quite a lot of hits. Gonna use his scale, gonna take the hit and get the save on the psychologist. Psychologist is able to make it to that pallet and throw down that pallet as well. We do see Kem is in this area trying to get a pallet stun, but the hunter was patient. Oh, he got the stun instead while the hunter was breaking that pallet. Great support from this forward. Timasa is trying to make it to the walls and is eating quite a lot of wax. At 87%, she is going back and forth and capping this pallet. Hunter is getting ready to break this pallet. We do see the forward is here once again, trying to support the survivor, getting 100% wax on the survivor and downing her. Hunter is continuously looking back because he is aware there is a forward in this area, so he is a little hesitant to pick her up quite yet. Will be throwing down a peeper there and ensuring that the forward is still around before picking up the survivor. 4 cipher machines have been completed, and Kem is eating quite a lot of wax. However, this is only the second chair for the survivor. Oh, Hunter looking back and continuously feeding more wax. We do see the Antiquarius making her way to this survivor, trying to get the save and help her get freed from this hunter. Hunter will be going in the opposite direction and carrying her around onto the right side. We do see the Antiquarius is trying to catch up, but is unable to do so as the hunter takes her all the way to the statue chair so that the survivors can't harass. Thankfully, she was saved before half, so she still has more time on this chair. The last Cypher machine is at 42%, so the survivors just need to wait till that gets primed or save her, and then continuously support the survivor. 4 doesn't have much ball to work with, so it looks like he's going to be going in for the save here. Getting the hot wax on the 4. We have the anti-Korean also here, not able to get the save quite yet. Getting the save now. We got the anti-Korean using her stick, and they're both body blocking for the survivor, trying to wait out this. Oh, we'll be getting the down on the anti-Korean, and the Cypher machines are at 85%. Hunter needs to down the survivor quickly or just chair the anti-Korean instead, but it does look like he wants to secure this one-man elimination, so he is still going after this psychologist. 99%, it is primed, and the Hunter is still going for the survivor. He has 100% wax, will be breaking this pallet and swinging and downing this survivor. However, Cypher machines were popped, and she's right back up, and she is in a very good walled area to keep the Hunter away. She didn't go straight for the window, expecting the Hunter to throw wax and block it off. It looks like she's kind of caught out here in the open, however, so she will be going down for the third and final time. Exit gate at 70%, 80%, 90%. It looks like the exit gates will be open. Hunter has swapped trades to teleport, but the exit gate's already open. That's a 3-man escape for the side of TP survivors.
怖さというのは今分かりましたね。
めちゃくちゃ怖いです。この力っていうのも生かしてましたし、またオフェンスのタックルのタイミングもめちゃくちゃ下がりますもんね。
そうなんですよね。
やっぱりいいですよね。
はい。
解読速度も。
TP Hunter going against LW survivors. It will be Ivy in Sacred Heart Hospital.
かなり伸ばさないといけないですね。
はい。それでは試合を見ていきましょう。
It looks like the ghost will be infecting this seer and will be teleporting to him right away. The ghost is following as the seer tries to enter birdcage. The ghost will be changing targets to Kono, who is the first officer. Main body is still going after this seer, will be infecting the first officer and trying to delay that Cypher progress. It looks like the seer has left the hospital. Hospital is a very good area to kite, but it doesn't look like he wants to kite inside of the hospital, and he is making his way towards statue, utilizing these 3 pallets in the area. Will be throwing them down ahead of time. Seer does not have knee-jerk reflex, so he will not get that speed boost when he vaults. It looks like the Hunter will be able to use the scare and land more corruption on the seer, and the seer is transitioning back to the next area with 3 pallets to utilize. It does look like Moko is decoding that Cypher machine close by, so it doesn't look like seer will be going in that direction. Hunter will be sending the ghost towards Moko and infecting Moko as well. The seer's owl has run out, and Alpha is transitioning to the corner walls where there's a Cypher machine here. It doesn't look like you get the flywheel to make it to the pallet. Blink, and he misses, and he's able to go on the other side and transition further away from this Hunter. Hunter has to send Ghost back to the seer and will be infecting and teleporting to him right away, getting 100% corruption and gonna get the first hit onto this survivor. He will be transitioning right back inside of hospital. The Ghost, however, is still lashed onto the seer, so he knows exactly where the seer is. The seer is making his way towards the second floor. The Ghost is being sent towards the first officer, once again infecting him as well. Seer throwing down that pallet on second story and gonna be jumping down. The Hunter will be breaking all these pallets and following close behind. Seer already transitioned outside of factory. It looks like he's making his way towards shack or the walls. Does look like he was able to make it to that pallet, vaulted and get away from this Hunter. However, the Hunter main body and the Ghost are starting to sandwich him as he's trying to enter into the shack. The basement is in this area, so he needs to make sure not to go down, and he is still staying in this area though, and gets another infection. Hunter teleports, wasn't able to get the 100% corruption, but it is at 73%. He has to be very careful not to die near the basement. He is looping this one palleted area. Hunter swings, misses, and he's staying alive for a little longer, but getting the terror shock while vaulting didn't have enough distance, and that will be the first down for this seer. However, we do see Taco, the antiquarian, is in the area ready to harass, but not going to. She was able to pick up the Seer and Charon. However, the Cypher machine is right next to this chair, so the survivors have to be very careful. However, Cypher progress is looking incredibly good. We have 3 Cypher machines have already been completed. The 4th Cypher machine at 79% and the 5th Cypher machine at 38%. We see the Antiquarian stuns the Hunter and is going for the save. Hunter swings and he gets the save before half with Ty Turner, and it looks like the Seer is up again. Hunter gets the 100% corruption and will be downing the Seer once again. He does still have the Ty Turner in effect, and so he will not be going down quite yet, buying some more time for the survivor to finish up that 4th Cypher machine. Last Cypher machine at 63%. Excellent job on the side of the Seer and just buying so much time for his teammates. Hunter is sending his ghost towards Moko, who is at that 70-80% Cypher machine. Hunter will be recalling the ghost, leaving it on chair and teleporting to Moko, and Moko has been able to avoid any injury. Hunter now infecting the first officer, getting 100% corruption on the fire investigator and is able to land damage. However, there was a free backdoor save by the first officer on the Seer. He was saved with Ty Turner, which allows him to buy more time. Hunter, however, has not lost sight of the Seer and is still on him with his ghost. The Hunter is going after the Antiquarian, trying to finish up that last Cypher machine at 83%. We see that the ghost is still keeping tabs on Seer. Main body is camping this 83% Cypher machine. Survivors are starting up a new Cypher machine. Hunter is unable to leave this area. There are 2 survivors, 3 survivors in this area. We see that the Antiquarian is working on the Cypher machine right next to this Cypher, and the Moko, the fire investigator, is trying to finish up that Cypher machine, and Seer is just standing in that window area. If he gets infected, he does plan to vault immediately, and the Hunter is just preoccupied by these 3 survivors and trying to make sure that this Cypher is not primed. Looks like the Hunter will be going after the first officer, but leaving him as soon as he utilizes his pocket watch, and Hunter is coming and trying to go down Taco, who is the Antiquarian. We do see Alpha is getting crows because he hasn't touched a single Cypher machine. It doesn't look like the Hunter plans on going after the Seer at all, because if she does concentrate on the Seer, that means the last Cypher machine will be primed, so she needs to take her attention off that Seer and will be hitting the first officer. He still has a pocket watch to utilize. The fire investigator still has 2 balls to utilize. The Antiquarian still has a half of her stick to still utilize, so the survivors are just doing a very good job. Hunter will be teleporting to the Seer, finally leaving the Cypher machines to be primed. Hunter will be teleporting to a different tablet near the Seer and trying to corner him, and hasn't been able to do so quite yet, sending her ghost off towards the survivors. However, Cypher machines are primed. It is at 99%, so this is the end game. Hunter is trying to bait out some blink, but running into the survivor. Cypher machines pop. He's gone back up, and he is back to kiting. Ghost is going towards Kono's gate. She isn't able to down this Seer quite yet because she needs to concentrate on the gate. Will be utilizing his pocket watch. The ghost will be leaving the gate, and the main body is going towards, and it looks like the ghost, the exit gate is, both exit gates are open. Hunter has teleported, but the first officer has left. The only person left for the Hunter to chase is Taco, who is the Antiquarian, utilizing her stick for more faster movement speed, trying to get to the open exit gate. Hunter has infected and teleported next to Taco. Taco is just using her stick spin ability and blinking and downing the survivor, and that's a 1-man elimination for the side of TP Hunter.
163秒、もう TP は絶対に A 民調バーンすると思うので、
いやそうですね、
時点、
3戦目でルキのバーンをさせることができる。A も必ずかけてしまうので、はい、結構
TP Hunter going against LW survivors. It is a opera singer on Ever Sleeping Town. It looks like she's already run into the coordinator. And will be utilizing her stun gun right away as she's breaking that pallet so that she can ensure a 100% hit instead of a miss. which we've been seeing happening. It looks like she's not going to be throwing down those pallets. Going to the double pallet on XZK will be eating that hit while trying to throw down that pallet and transitioning to corner house. The hunter will be following along as she is making her way to the pallet. Hunter will be breaking this pallet immediately and back into her shadow form, catching up. It doesn't look like she'll be able to make it to that pallet. Very early down for the side of this opera singer. Cypher Machines at 55, 47, and 43%. So it is hard kiting against an opera singer. She's very fast. You know, just you have to make quick split-second decisions, and it seems like Kono will be the survivor coming in for this save. He is the mercenary, and he's the only survivor with Tide Turner. He does have 3 elbow pads to work with. Hunter will be going back to next to the chair with where her remnant was, and the mercenary will be taking his time trying to give the other survivors more time to decode. Using his elbow pad, he will be getting right next to the chair, will be eating a hit and getting the save before half with Tide Turner. The coordinator doesn't really have much areas to go with. Hunter will just go ahead and break this pallet right away. Coordinator trying to transition but not making it in time. It looks like she's gonna go down, but she does have that Tide Turner effect, and so she will be going down in the very far corner of this map. Hunter will be picking her up and cheering her for the second time. She was safe before half, so she will still buy more time for the survivors. Kono is trying to finish up his middle Cypher Machine. Alpha does look like he's coming near the chair. He is the painter. He needs to first take a look at the Hunter's face. Hunter already found the painter, blink, and hitting him right away while he was throwing down the pallet, so it looks like the hunter will be returning back to the chair, and Kono has to come back for the save because an injured painter will struggle to save against an opera singer on the chair. You have to eat a hit, and that's not possible. Mercenary will be eating a hit, and his delayed damage will allow him to get the rescue onto the coordinator. Coordinator is trying to get to the pallet, but still unable to. Just this Sangria is just so much faster than the survivors, and she's just doing a very wonderful job downing them incredibly quickly. We have the mercenary has also gone down. He do see that the tram is coming here, but the hunter is able to pick him up before any accidents occur. We have 2 Cypher Machines completed. The third Cypher Machine at 72, the 4th Cypher Machine at 65, and the last Cypher Machine at 44%. Hunter will be bringing him to this chair. It looks like Taco is in the area, the only survivor with full health. It is the acrobat. It looks like he's getting ready to utilize his bombs. Will be using his red bomb to make it to the chair and disarm the hunter from using her abilities. Will take the hit and get the save off onto the mercenary. Mercy using his elbow pad to elbow pad away to corner house as soon as possible. Hunter realizing that he is gone, he will be going after this acrobat instead. Acrobat utilizing this area, this narrow area, throw down that pallet so the hunter couldn't hit him quite yet. Hunter has the acrobat ran into the hunter while vaulting and is able to down this acrobat for the first time. It is also his first chair, so the survivors still have some time, but they are slowly running out of options. Kono is trying to still finish that middle Cypher Machine, unable to do so. We see Alpha is also making his way to the chair. Alpha will be eating the hit. That means Kono has to hurry up and go and get that save. He has 1 elbow pad to use, but Hunter returning to a remnant near the chair, and now Kono is cut off, but he can still eat a hit while going for that save, and it does look like that is the plan. The painter is healing up at 33%, will be eating the hit and getting the save off onto the acrobat. Acrobat will be getting ready to utilize his bombs. Gonna get the mud bomb in the middle area so the hunter cannot avoid it. He will be going towards corner house, dancing geisha, and the hunter is catching up. He's out in the open here. Hunter can't be in his shadow form, getting ready to utilize his bomb, misses the swing, and he is able to get out for now, but the hunter is catching up and he will be going down for the second time. The mercenary is still not up. He does have self-heal. Painter does not have self-heal, but Painter can go and rescue the mercenary. The acrobat was saved before half, so he will still have time left on the chair. 4 Cypher Machines have been completed. The last Cypher Machine at 65%. It doesn't look like it's gonna finish anytime soon. Abnormal and taking away all the Cypher progress, now only at 22%. Hunter getting the stun with the painter's painting, and will be able to get the save onto the acrobat right before he expires. Acrobat getting ready to utilize his bomb to try and get away into the wasn't able to make it to the window and will be going down. We see the painter is getting another painting ready and can utilize it. The mercenary is finishing up that cipher machine. It is at 55%. Hunter is bringing this survivor to that last cipher machine as the acrobat is sent back to the manor. They are pushing the cipher machine, but this is not a game that they will be able to win. Will be using his elbow pad, but kind of elbow pad into a corner and will be getting the down. Mercenary does not have self-heal anymore, so if she downs this painter, it will be the end for the survivors, and it does look like he's trying to work with that pallet. Was able to get the pallets in and transition out of this area into what looks like graveyard, and the hunter is in her shadow form. Unfortunately saw the painting, so has been stunned, but this is just a matter of time because the mercenary can't get up, so she can just take her time and down this survivor because it's going to be a very long time before he bleeds out. Will be swinging and getting the down, and that's a 4-man elimination for TP Hunter.
いう試合になります。
ただこの TP サバイバーをどうっていうのは
まあそうか、左上ですねしかないというような取り方。
きついですね。
はい。
LW Hunter going against TP survivors. It will be breaking wheel on Ever Sleeping Town. He's already in his wheel form, making his way towards COA8, who is the prospector. A very ideal chase for the hunter since he can't land any magnets on him while he is in the wheel form. It looks like he's going to make his way towards the second floor. Was able to finally land a spike on this prospector. Prospector will be going down to the first floor. Was able to stun with that magnet and transition into the pallet. Was able to avoid the trap on the ground. Hunter back in his wheel form and trying to get another spike on this survivor. However, he's doing a very good job bobbing and weaving around these obstacles. Is able to continuously dodge this hunter. Was barely able to escape, but he's out in the open and he will be getting his second spike on him through the. Was able to avoid the trap, but he is kind of caught. The survivor was able to get an owl assist, so he's able to transition away. Hunter getting ready to use his trap once again, pushing the hunter away with his magnet. Was able to make it to this window. We have the barmaid suddenly coming in here and body blocking for this prospector. Not sure if she can be much help, but throwing down that pallet was definitely helpful for this prospector so that he can vault, and it looks like he was able to vault. Blink down and predicting that vault after hearing the sound, and was able to down him right away with 2 spikes, and it looks like he'll be going in the chair for the first time. 1 cipher machine has been completed. The second cipher machine at 86%. Barmaid is just going for this save right away, and she has also given a healing drink to the what's his face prospector, and oh my goodness, Hunter had immediately gotten 2 spikes on him and downed him immediately, and so he will be going on the chair for the second time. It is a very early save on the side of the barmaid. We'll see how the survivors do for this next round. It does look like Snoopy is here. He is the mercenary coming in for this save, doing a very good job avoiding these hunters' hooks, but will be getting that long spike on the survivor, and he was able to save this prospector. He is in the open area but doing an amazing job avoiding these hits. He will unfortunately be getting a spike, flywheeling and avoiding the additional spike, and was able to get a magnet. He's going to be pushing the hunter further away while he is continuously kiting inside of the graveyard. Was able to get the trap on him and will be downing him for the third time, right? Yeah, so it looks like he will be returning to the manor. 2 cipher machines have been completed. The 3rd cipher machine at 75, 4th cipher machine at 68, and the 5th cipher machine at 25%. He's in his wheel form and he's going to get the next survivor. It does look like his next victim is going to be the Seer. Seer's doing an amazing job dodging these spikes even when he had the long spikes on, so just a very good control, I guess. And the survivor is not even leaving this area. He's doing such a good job utilizing this area, and he doesn't plan on leaving anytime soon. Meanwhile, the wheel is struggling to land a spike on this survivor, and he keeps getting caught in all these corners. It doesn't look like the Seer is going to leave this area anytime soon. Hunter is just going to end up leaving the Seer because that area is just so hard for this wheel to maneuver around. It looks like he's going to be making his way towards Chem who is the barmaid. Barmaid did utilize that pallet, but the breaking will be breaking that pallet immediately. Wonderful dodges on the side of these survivors. He still hasn't been able to land a spike on any of the survivors. They're just dodging incredibly well. Finally gets one spike on this barmaid. Barmaid is transitioning over to that 2 pallet area. Hunter will be trying to close in, trying to get the additional spike with the long spike. Was able to get all 3 spikes on this survivor. She was able to vault that window and avoid the Hunter. Is waiting around at that pallet. Survivor, he was wonderful flywheel and avoiding the but unfortunately getting the down right away as she was vaulting that pallet. However, 4 cipher machines are completed. The last cipher machine at 94%. Hunter is going for this mercenary instead. He does not. They're just gonna pop the cipher machine, and it's already the end game. The breaking wheel is trying to get another spike onto this mercenary, but is not able to land a single spike on this. He had 1 spike on. Okay, let's see. And he's just doing a very good job dodging. We have the barmaid has gotten up and is using the healing drink. He will be avoiding the Hunter. He'll be teleporting to the exit gate. The survivors just left the exit gate before the Hunter could arrive. We see that the survivors are waiting around. Hunter was able to get a spike onto the seer, but it's not enough. Getting a spike onto the barmaid, going back towards the seer with the long spike. He's able to get the second spike on the seer. The tram is in the way. He has to find the seer once again. He is trying to go to a different area as seer just confidently opens up that gate in front of the Hunter's face. Mercenary's gate, however, is open, and the Hunter is trying to get this down. He has a seer hour. He will be utilizing it, and he's heading towards the dungeon. It looks like he is heading towards the dungeon. The 2 survivors are at the exit gate. They will be leaving very soon, and these we got the flywheel from the seer, and he is able to get the dungeon escape, and that's a 3-man escape.
この LW 戦を制してちょっとやってみたいですね。
確かにやってみたいですね。
前半を取りましたのはテクノポリス。
はい。
1勝目を。
はい。
セット戦績2つプラスで進むことができております。
いくかですね。はい。第3マッチはギルティ VS 好まれますね。リスクのない方。瞬く間に2ダメージを入れられる。中華街でいうとこの弱2階側西です。
It will be FAV Hunter going against GXG Survivors. It is going to be Hullabaloo on Ever Sleeping Town. He's already making his way towards the middle of the map. It does look like he will be running into Nachi, but changing directions, and he is going towards Mime, who is the embalmer. Already set up his coffin near the tunnel and is making his way towards the back of the building all the way around to the 2-story hotel building. Looks like Hunter has caught on to the blood trails, getting the clone to get the black ball onto this embalmer and trying to get an additional ball. It hasn't hit, and he was able to throw down that pallet. Hunter will be forced to break this pallet and chase the survivor back down the stairs inside of hotel, and he is able to make it to that window and vault away. Was able to get the red bomb with his clone, setting up another clone and getting the white bomb. Wonderful precision on the side of this Hullabaloo, and he is trying to utilize these pallets here to avoid this Hunter, but is doing a pretty good job. He has the I spoke too soon. He will be going down, and this will be the first chair for this embalmer. He does have this coffin ready and available, but the Hunter is chairing him very close to his coffin, so he may choose to resurrect later after he gets saved with a survivor with Tide Turner. We do see Emu has wanted order, so Hunter knows exactly where the survivor is. However, he is the rescuer, and he's the only survivor with Tide Turner, so it looks like he will be going for that rescue. He did make it into the hotel and is eating a lot of hits here, but he hasn't gone down. He has he got all 3 colors on him, and he's looking for a double down, but it doesn't look like the Hunter is chasing this embalmer. He's gonna go after this mercenary and wants to down him, so it looks like the embalmer will be able to transition away. The mercenary has a black bomb on him. He has a red ball. He was able to down him, and with the delayed damage, the mercenary will be going down very soon. We'll be getting that terror shock and downing him, but he was already gonna go down. It was just a matter of time. will be carrying him away in this far corner next to tunnel. The survivors have to make quite a long way just to come for this save. Nachi is moving around in this map, not sure if he's gonna start coming closer to this chair or not. It doesn't look like he plans on getting any closer. The hunter does have tinnitus. He is aware there is a survivor, so he can't leave this chair. However, Dungeon is also in this area, and now the hunter and the survivors are aware of its location. Namako is coming in for this save. We have another survivor going for the backdoor save, which is Nachi. Hunter, realizing this, is going all the way around the back side of the building and has gotten the blood trails of this survivor, and it looks like the survivors are going to be saving him after time, if at all, and the hunter is just camping this chair. Namako is kind of coming closer, but not really. Nachi is coming in closer. He does have the scales to utilize. The mercenary is going to be expiring soon. He has the white ball on him. Oh, he gets all three colors, and he was able to get the save right before he expires. Hunter is throwing more balls to this mercenary and has downed him once again, and the mercenary will be returning to the manor, seeing that he was saved after half. 3 cipher machines have been completed, the 4th cipher machine at 53 and the 5th cipher machine at 21%. He will be cornering him once again in this corner near tunnel and making his way towards Namako, who was working on that cipher machine. An additional cipher machine is being started on. The hunter is not going to go after Namako. He wants a different survivor. Namako is the... Oh, it does look like he is planning to go after Namako. He's going to be using his jumps to get over these obstacles and catch up to the survivor incredibly fast. He already has a red ball and a white ball, utilizing his puppet and able to eat that hit, and it's only 25% damage. Wonderful timing of the puppet. The hunter has already the red ball and the black ball. He's going to have to go into his puppet form, which he did, and it's only eating 25% damage. Hunter teleporting to another survivor. It will be mine. This will be his second chair, but he also does have that coffin to utilize. Has gotten the red bomb on him so far. He will be getting the down on him immediately. He is going to be bringing him to the chair. He's not going to resurrect himself until he is chaired, so the hunter will go ahead and chair the survivor as he resurrects at the far corner where the coffin is. Hunter is going towards the survivors instead. It looks like he's going to go towards Nachi's. Oh, the cipher machines are finished, and they pop the cipher machines. It's endgame. There's 3 survivors. They're doing an incredibly good job against Hullabaloo. Hullabaloo is known to get the 4-man eliminations, but 3 people running around the map after cipher machine has been popped. The exit gate is almost being opened up at 40%, and this survivor is buying so much time. This hunter does not have detention, so he has to take a long time. Hitting and downing this survivor will be chairing this survivor inside of hotel, but the exit gate is open, and it's looking like a 2-man escape for the side of GXG survivors.
脳幹視のね、脳幹の能力、ハンター目に行く展開にしたもののギリギリ間に合わずでしたし、これまた面白いですよ。高いですからね、下手したらフラバルーよりもやっぱ高いなっていう。でした。
GXG Hunter going against FAV survivors. It will be Goatman on Ever Sleeping Town. He's already making his way towards Appai, who is the acrobat. If he utilizes his balls well, he can move around in the cage and avoid this hunter's hits, but we'll see how well he does against this Goatman. He's already holding his ball, getting ready to use it. Hunter has been able to run into him. He went through the edge of the mirror. He's still holding his ball, so if the hunter does approach and get too close, he will be using it immediately, but he got the hit while trying to use that ball, and he will be getting the first damage on the survivor, caging him immediately once again. He's doing a very good job going back and forth between the edge of this mirror, this edge of this cave. Was able to get the seer owl, will be eating the seer owl and breaking that cage. Will be holding his ball and trying to make it to the second story. Was able to jump through and get onto the second story ledge. Will be dropping down right away. Hunter putting up a cage, and looks like he was trying to go blink hit and killing him immediately. It did look like he was trying to do the backstep against the cage and scare him and hit him, but it didn't really matter because he didn't get that, but he did get the blink hit and was able to down him on the side of the acrobat is a very good job that he got the hunter straight out. It looks like the hunter is going to be trying to hit this Gravekeeper, and as Gravekeeper makes his way towards the chair, he was caged, so it looks like he's going to have to break the cage or take the hit. He took the hit and he's made it to the chair and got the save with Tide Turner. We see that the hunter will be concentrating on this acrobat instead, and the acrobat is trying to utilize this. Oh, was not able to cage the acrobat, and the acrobat was able to escape. The hunter is back on foot and he's trying to get a little assistance from this Gravekeeper. If the Gravekeeper can break the cage, this could be really effective way to counter him. It looks like the Gravekeeper will be taking the 25% hit and still body blocking with his shovel form, but the acrobat will be taking the hit and the Gravekeeper will be leaving right away. We have 3 Cypher Machines will be completed with the 4th Cypher Machine at 9%. It looks like another survivor has to come for the save since the Gravekeeper is injured at 75%. Felix is coming in for the save. He is the puppeteer who had one in order, so the hunter already knew that he was coming and could see him from a mile away. It looks like he will be getting the save and will be getting the hit immediately onto the what it looks like was the puppeteer, and the hunter will be trying to set up a cage here and trying to down this survivor, and the acrobat will be taking the hit right away. Wonderful job with the precision and being able to locate and down this acrobat right away. Acrobat's Tide Turner has run out, so he will be returning to the manor since this is his 3rd chair. We do see that Cho did get one in order for a little bit, so the hunter may have seen his location and is heading towards the survivor. Yes, it is an ideal chase because he doesn't need to hit Cho with the cage for him to go down since he's already at 75%. But it looks like the hunter will be utilizing his cage and going for this puppeteer instead, doing the back and forth, was able to take the hit in his puppet form, so that's only 25% injury. The hunter has another cage up and is trying to swing, but he hasn't been able to hit the survivor, but he will be running into him eventually and will be downing the survivor for the first time. 4 Cypher Machines have been completed, the last Cypher Machine at 63%. So in the first half we had a 2 survivor escape, so if they want to tie this round they need to at least have 2 survivor escape, and if they want to win they need to go for that 4 survivor. Hunter is putting up a cage right next to the Cypher Machine and downing the Gravekeeper. It looks like Nerusu has to hurry up and come in for this save. The hunter has noticed this here. He was going to take his time a little to give the Gravekeeper time to get up and heal, but it doesn't look like that will be the case. He'll be taking a hit and will be getting a save before half for this puppeteer. Hunter is going back into his cage swinging, and he has gotten Felix down once again. Looks like the hunter will be bringing this survivor to the chair for the 2nd time. Hunter is bringing it towards the chair that the Gravekeeper was down, crawling towards the last Cypher Machine at 76. He has to abandon the Cypher Machine, but he's caged in and he will be going down once again. He does not have self-heal, and Nerusu is the only hope for the survivors. It looks like he is standing at the dungeon area. Not sure if he plans on getting the save, not sure if he can even get the save. He doesn't quite have another owl yet. Felix is about to expire. Cho doesn't have self-heal. This is just a game of hide and seek at this point, and this hunter is going to be looking for this Seer. Seer is staying at a far away corner near the dungeon, but Hunter, it's just a matter of time before this hunter checks the dungeon points and he will be able to guard that area. Will Nerusu be able to last long enough so that this mercenary bleeds out and he will be able to get that dungeon? Hunter is not leaving Cho quite yet. He wants to make sure that the Seer is nowhere close to this survivor. However, another option for this Seer is he could pop the Cypher Machine, but that would also reveal his location to this hunter. The hunter will be setting up cages and he'll be able to find the Seer incredibly fast. So yes, the Seer is out of options. He's just trying to hide as best as he can, but the hunter has tinnitus, so he is looking at this corner, but the tinnitus is going to disappear, so he's going to realize that he is going in the wrong direction and slowly enter the red building. No, not quite yet. Going in the wrong direction, and it looks like he will be going in the right direction, seeing that he continuously does not get tinnitus, and now that tinnitus is back up, he knows that the Seer is in this corner building, set up a cage but was not able to lock him and will be breaking these cages and will be going back for the survivor, backing into the sphere and downing him right away. That's a 4-man elimination for GXG
サークルの中でのチェイスアンデルなというところもありましたから、はい。やっぱり一番大事だった作ったのにまだ来るかと、特に中央のアッパイ選手からフェリックスに対して飛ばしてあげたい。はい。VC の逆転ができると
GXG Hunter going after FAV survivors. It will be Dreamwatch on Leo's memory. She's already making her way into the factory. We see one of the survivors already made her way into the second floor. The Hunter is aware of this fact. She will be also taking the stairs to the second story. We see that it is Felix and Appai are both waiting at the second story. The coordinator is going to go towards the leech, pick up the leech remover, and it looks like she's going to go right back up the stairs waiting to make this window vault, but she can't make the window vault. Oh, she'll be utilizing her gun right away, stunning this leech, and is able to go through the window, and it looks like she's making her way to the first floor. Hunter is starting to sandwich her with both little girls who will be dropping down ahead of time. Felix dropping down just right after, and the leech is catching up to the survivor. She flywheeled and she was able to make it to the pallet. She will be getting out Patroller and will be biting the survivor very soon, is able to latch onto the survivor. Felix is transitioning to the corner walls where there is a cipher, but there's no survivor, so that's okay. As long as she can prevent them from sandwiching her, she will be getting her first hit, and it was with the main body follower, so she was unable to get rid of that leech, and the survivor is trying to transition back into the factory. We have Patroller by the main body, leech biting onto the survivor right away, and the leech is following close behind. She was able to throw down that pallet, but the leech has broken it and she wasn't able to throw down the pallet or make it through. So this is the first down on the side of this coordinator. We see that the cipher machines, 2 of them will be completed very soon. The third one at 77%. Nerisu is running away from this chair, making sure that he doesn't get any free injuries, and the Hunter is just looking around for another survivor to leech because she didn't have to re-leech the survivor. It looks like she'll be running into Dakcho, will be leeching him right away, and the leeches will be waiting around this chair waiting for Dakcho to come for this save. It is the mercenary. He's very stable, good rescuer, will be eating the hit and getting the save before half with Ty Turner, and it looks like the Hunter will be able to hit the survivor right away. She does have the Ty Turner effect, so she will still have a little more time to move around and go die in a more appropriate area away from the survivors, and most likely in an area where the cipher machines have already popped, since she will be the least disturbance to her teammates in those areas. But it looks like the Hunter will be leeching Nerisu as well, and will be bringing this coordinator right back to the chair, not really going to drag her to a certain location. Doesn't really matter since there are no survivors working on the cipher machine here. 3 cipher machines have been completed, the 4th cipher machine at 38%, and it looks like the Hunter is going for Nerisu, and Nerisu's leech is on him, and he will be taking a hit. So now we have 2 survivors injured. However, the barmaid did give a drink to Dakcho, so Dakcho will be healing up very soon. He is already making his way towards the chair. He was going to use his elbow pad. He has finally healed up, and he is near the chair. Hunter has Patroller on this mercenary, is able to bite him, and he has to be careful when he saves, but he is able to get the save, and he is also able to get the body block so that Felix can transition to walls. He has a little more area and obstacles here to work with, and it looks like she'll be going to the very far corner. Hunter blinking and missing, and she's able to kite out a little longer. She's looping this area, but there's a little leech waiting for her. It doesn't look like she was able to hit the survivor, and she's just looping this area over and over. Will be finally taking the hit. This is her 3rd and final down. She will be returning to the manor. However, 4 cipher machines have been completed. The last cipher machine at 70%. The cipher is very far away, and the Hunter is still very far away. The main body is only just now starting to go towards Nerisu, and the cipher machine has stopped at 78%. Hunter has not been able to. She has now seen the blood trails of the survivor and will be going after him. It looks like the Nerisu was able to meet Appai, who gave him the drink from the barmaid so that he can heal up. Hunter has leeched Nerisu once again. Nerisu does not have a leech remover, so he has to be very careful, but he will be at full health once again. Hunter is looking for another survivor, making sure that these cipher machines are not being primed. Hunter is going to the corner wall cipher machine. There is not any survivors there. Hunter does have tinnitus, so she is aware that there is a survivor nearby, but isn't able to pinpoint his location. It looks like he went to the corner because the tinnitus disappeared. Hunter will be making her way right back to this corner, trying to find out this survivor, and will be able to run into Dacho. We have additional cipher machines being worked at, one at 43 and another at 9. Hunter will be going after this mercenary next, will be leeching this mercenary, and he will be transitioning away from this area. The leech is catching up, and she will be able to get that hit while throwing down that pallet. So that is a down for the side of the mercenary. However, he does still have self-heal to utilize, and the Dream Witch's leech is starting to go look for a new survivor. It does look like he's heading towards Appai. Oh, the cipher machines were popped, and this hunter does have detention. He's going towards Appai's exit gate, and Appai will be leaving as soon as he does see that leech coming towards her. She is hiding behind the walls, and the basement, the dungeon is in this area, so if they can just open up that opposite side exit gate and leave, she will have the basement available. The hunter does have blink. She misses her blinking, and she lost track of this barmaid. Barmaid doing an incredibly good job mind gaming this hunter at the pallet. Hunter is just gonna blink with his main body and hurry up and leash the survivor because she is being kited, and it looks like the hunter won't even be able to go to the opposite side of the gate. She needs to prevent this survivor from getting that dungeon escape. The survivors have all left. The dungeon is gonna open up, and she's not able to make it to the pallet vault. She went and made the pallet vault, but she will be going down with the 2-man elimination for the side of GXG.
そうですね、伸びましたね。あの伸びあってのはここに一番重きを置いてバンピックが組んでいくのかなと思いますね。そういう点で言うと取らないというのは、逃げ込みたいところに湧かないと一つの意思。ファブゲーミングチキンの時空の影。
FAV Hunter going against GXG survivors. It will be Ivy on Leo's memory. We can see that Nachi is going up to the second floor. He is the prisoner. The ghost, however, has located him quite early, has already found him crouching at the second story. He will be dropping down, the ghost along with him, infecting him, and the hunter has teleported to him right away. Corruption at 59%. He's going around the outside of the factory and going back in through the window. And he has stepped in the area of corruption tablet, so he also has 90% corruption. If he gets one more scare, he will be going down. The ghost is following him quite closely. The hunter just needs to get one scare and he will be getting 100% corruption. The main body has just gone through the window and get the scare onto the survivor, and getting an additional 40% scare while he was recovering from that corruption, and got a hit onto the prisoner. The ghost is going to the second floor with this prisoner, and the main body is trying to catch up. Will be infecting the prisoner on the second story. Will be teleporting and getting the 100% corruption and downing him. Cipher machines at 84%, 76%, and 61%. This is the first chair for the survivor, so he does have quite a lot of time. The ghost is now going towards the other cipher machines to try and infect the survivors, but it looks like she caught Namako coming in for the save. It is the Gardener. Gardener does have Tide Turner. Got 44% corruption on this prisoner. Not prisoner. Gardener, and has gotten the hit onto her quite far away from the chair, but she was able to get this save with Tide Turner. The ghost is still staying close to this prisoner, and the main body is going in. Oh, wonderful job getting the corruption. He's stunned, but it wasn't enough, and corruption just added up and got 100% corruption, and did get the hit onto the prisoner. Prisoner going to the corner of the map, trying to stay as far away from the other survivors, while the ghost is staying near the gardener. We do see 2 cipher machines have been completed, the 3rd cipher machine at 93, the 4th cipher machine at 32, and the last cipher machine at 14%. The ghost is on the gardener and is keeping tabs on her, and she has left the factory. It looks like Emu is coming in for the save here. Emu is the mercenary. He also does have Tide Turner, so they can really prolong this prisoner's kite as long as he can get the save, and he did get the save before he expired. Got the hit onto the mercenary, and the prisoner has gone back into the factory. However, there's quite a lot of tablets in this area. Hunter will be teleporting to right outside of the tablet. He's making his way to the 2nd floor, and the hunter is catching up. He has I can't see because of the blink hit and downing him right away. Amazing utilization of blink, especially since he was on the other side of the window. So very quick thinking on the side of this Ivy is going to be bringing him to the chair for the 3rd and final time. He will be returning to the manor. 4 cipher machines have been completed. There are additional 3 cipher machines at 51, 14, and 13%. The hunter is sending the ghost towards Namako, and the main body is going towards Emu. They are both survivors that are at half injury. We only have Mime, the coordinator, at full health, but this is when it becomes very challenging for the survivors because the hunter is multitasking, and she will be infecting everyone and guarding every cipher machine. Will be infecting and teleporting to the mercenary and getting the hit on him. He does have that delayed effect, but he will fall eventually. Hunter going back into factory, the ghost going towards Namako, and the main body is going in a different direction. It looks like the gardener will be trying to get away. Did get the ghost back into the main body and is sending it towards Emu, who is the mercenary that has been down. It does look like the hunter has spotted him out. Not quite. Yes, she has spotted him out, and the ghost is staying right next to this survivor. The main body isn't quite going in a different direction. Mime has been found, and she is not going to be infecting Mime. She'll be infecting the mercenary instead, recalling the ghost and teleporting towards Emu, and she will be chairing this mercenary. However, the mercenary is near Mime, who is the coordinator, who is at full health and does have a stun gun to utilize. So they will be able to get that save while Namako has to hurry up and finish that cipher machine. It is at 81%. The ghost is at Namako, and the main body is trying to stop this coordinator. Coordinator did use her stun gun to stop the main body from moving and get the save off onto the mercenary. We did see that the gardener did get 100% corruption, but the hunter was nowhere near this gardener. She did just teleport to the gardener. The ghost is on Emu, and it looks like he will be infecting the mercenary once again. Mime is staying away from this hunter. She's the only survivor that can save because she is at full health, and it looks like the hunter will be recalling the ghost while the survivors are not at that corner cipher machine. Main body is looking for a different target. We'll be teleporting to Emu once again and trying to down this mercenary. However, she has lost track of the gardener that was working on that cipher machine, and she currently is unable to. Oh, she just located the coordinator as well, Mime. She does not have any stun guns to work with, so she has to be very careful, but she is the survivor at full health. It does look like they're trying to push this cipher machine because it has the most cipher progress. The main body is staying around Emu and trying to do the backlight trick. He's trying to get some blink down. I was gonna say that he didn't get that corruption, was able to avoid it, but she used her blink and just downed him immediately. He still does have self-heal because he was picked up before. So it looks like the ghost is now going towards Namako, and the main body is still sticking around Mime. And there is a sudden pause. Everything's have been fixed probably, and the ghost is going towards closer to Namako, and Namako is trying to get that cipher machine. It looks like it's around 80%, and the main body is still going after Mime, but she isn't committing to any of the survivors. She needs to start committing. The ghost is still latched on. The ghost will be recalled and the main body will be going towards, it looks like she plans to teleport very soon. She will be teleporting to the cipher machine. Nameko didn't even go close to that cipher machine, expecting that to happen. And she is doing a very good job keeping a safe distance away from this main body. Ghost is going towards a different direction. Oh, it looks like the ghost has found Mime again, and it is going to leech onto her if she gets the chance. She has gotten the chance, recalling the ghost and teleporting to Mime, getting the 100% corruption, and she is going to try and get even more. She's breaking the tablet, but there's 2 tablets. Will be taking the normal hit and getting another 100% corruption. She goes down. She just spent too much time in the corruption area, and she will be chaired instead. The infection onto the Gardener. Gardener has it primed as 98%. Hunter will be teleporting to the Gardener, getting 100% corruption, and the Gardener is at half health, so it's looking like a 2-man down, and she will be going down. Mercenary has gotten up, and Mercenary is trying to get the save onto the Coordinator, but he's still not quite there. The Hunter is bringing this Gardener to the chair, and she's sending her ghost towards this chaired Coordinator. The Mercenary was able to get that Coordinator saved, and they're trying to prime up that cipher machine. It is at, oh, they can't touch it quite yet. It's at 98%. The ghost is going towards that cipher machine. Cipher machines have been popped, and the ghost is just looking for the next target. She does have detention, so the survivors will have a hard time rescuing this Gardener off of the chair, but if they can divide the Hunter's attention, it may be a possibility, but this is looking very challenging. It looks like the ghost is at the Christmas tree exit gate, and the main body is going towards the Moon Gate exit gate. And it looks like she has found both survivors, Mime and the Mercenary. Mime was starting that cipher machine. She has been infected, and corruption is going up. Hunter's main body is trying to get it down on this. Oh, she's gonna teleport right to Mime and down her. Now the Mercenary is free. The ghost has to latch onto the Mercenary or go towards the Gardener. The Hunter is sending the ghost towards that survivor as fast as she can while picking up this Coordinator. Will be infecting this Gardener to make sure that there won't be a save, and the ghost is trying to look for this Mercenary. The dungeon is in the corner of this map, and it does look like the Mercenary is trying to get there. Hunter also has found the blood trails of this Mercenary and has located him. If she can just down this Mercenary, it is the end for the survivors, because he does not have self-heal, and that means he can just take her time in downing the Coordinator once she gets up, and then they will just either bleed out, or she can slowly take them towards the chair. She will blink and avoid having to vault that window. He will not be dropping down, but the Hunter has hit him, and he will be going down with that delayed damage. The Coordinator has gotten up, but the Hunter has infected her and teleported to her right away as she is trying to make it to her pallet, but this is the end game. She doesn't have much options left. Mercenary cannot get up. She cannot get up. If she goes down, it is over, and the Hunter with the little mind games was able to down this survivor and get that 4-man elimination. I guess the survivors plan on not surrendering yet. Her ghost is still looking for the Mercenary. The Mercenary is not around here. She has lost track of him because he did have that delayed damage, meaning he could crawl towards the dungeon. He's crawling towards the dungeon, but there's no way the Mime, who is the Coordinator, will be dying first. So it's just a matter of time, and she will be able to find him and teleport to him and share him. So this is over for the GXG survivors.
攻撃が多かった今回のアイビーでしたよね。結構すぐに暗号機を守りに行くので、なんか傭兵のダウン取ってから、そのダウンしたサバイバーを餌におとりに泳がせてみようかなだったりとか。
確かにそうですね。
の生成を嫌って、よくあるね。下に石を落とすように押しを考えると前半戦の魔女の切り抜けアッパイフェレックスによる連携、これ来てくれましたしね。
確かに、解読能力が、ちょっと落ちたというか。今も
FAV Hunter going against GXG Survivors. It is the wax artist on Ever Sleeping Town. He's already making his way towards Namako, who is the mechanic. She did not get her bot out, so she can still utilize it with her kite by using it as a body block, but you have to time it correctly, and it doesn't always guarantee a body block similar to an owl, Seer's Owl. So it looks like she was able to make it into Graveyard. Hunter is throwing wax and making sure that she can't exit that area through the window vault, and it looks like she will be throwing down this pallet and looping this area. Hunter is able to get some wax on this survivor. Oh, she was trying to block the exit, the entrance way by, oh, wonderful pallet stun. She was able to pallet stun a wax artist. She does have 57% wax on her, so she has to be careful. 93%, she'll be getting the normal hit, and she has to be very careful here because she's still in the line of sight of the survivor. She was able to get 100% wax, and she wasn't able to make that window vault, so it looks like she will be going down. However, her bot is out and about, but the hunter already knows its exact location, so he will be cleaning up this bot and then will be cheering this mechanic. So what she was trying to do was, when she released the bot, she was trying to block that entrance or the space between the gravestones, and then the hunter would have to go all the way around, or he has to clean up the bot, but it didn't quite work out, and so that's probably why she utilized the mechanic spot. And it looks like the forward is coming in here for the save. He isn't approaching the chair quite yet. Mechanic doesn't really have her bot out. If she had it out in the beginning, she could have also gotten some additional decoding, but that won't be the case. Hunter is going to warp, and she's going to be finding Nachi right away. Forward utilizing his ball to get to the chair right away. He does get 100% wax, but he will be able to get the normal hit and get the save. He'll be also stunning the hunter. The hunter will continue to look towards the direction where the mechanic is going because he wants to secure this down. It looks like she was able to vault and leave the graveyard area, and Emu is also in the area trying to cover up the blood trail marks. It did not work, or it was just trying to transition. Hunter will continuously go after this mechanic. The forward bought so much time. She's in the other half of the map. We see that the dancer is also supporting this mechanic by having a slow music box and a fast music box. She's also body blocking for this mechanic. Mechanic has 68% wax. Hunter is still not at full presence. Got the wax ball, and she's at 93% wax. She's also thrown down her bot, and she will be going down here for the second time. We have the bot trying to pallet stun the hunter, but was unable to do so. Hunter will be cleaning up that bot once again, and will be cheering the mechanic. She was saved after half. There isn't much mechanic can do. If she's saved, they will just be injuring other survivors trying to get this save and giving full presence to this hunter, and that's something survivors want to avoid. So they did save her after half. He does have full presence now, and it looks like he's going after the female dancer. She does have a slow music box in the area, and the hunter is doing a very good job throwing wax in her direction. The female dancer no longer has any more music boxes to work with, and she is eating a lot of, oh, she gets 100% wax. Hunter does have hot wax here. She is able to get the hot wax. He isn't able to down her right away, but she is eating so much wax already at 90. Oh my goodness. He got all of the wax on her once again, and he has downed her for the first time. 4 cipher machines have been completed, and the last cipher machine at 41. Hunter is going to bring this dancer all the way towards the corner house, but not quite at corner house, and it looks like he will be running into Nachi, who is at half health, and the hunter does see that a new cipher machine is also being started, and Emu is making his way towards this survivor, but not close enough for the hunter to throw some wax towards. So they're just trying to prime up this last cipher machine before they go for this save. It looks like Emu is working on one of the cipher machines. The forward is working on the other cipher machine. Hunter is throwing wax towards the ciphers, but the cipher did not get blocked. Hunter is shooting wax towards this cipher machine near corner house, but is able to block that Cypher machine, and the hunter is not really approaching any of the survivors. He wants to ensure the down on this female dancer, so he's a little hesitant to leave this chair completely, and the survivor keeps just decoding because they don't have much options left, especially when this hunter has hot wax. It looks like the hunter is going to wax off this Cypher machine once again. He's going to teleport to the forward Cypher machine. Forward needs to be careful not to go down because he only has a little football to work with, and he is at half health, and the hunter is getting so much wax on this forward. 92% wax. He vaults, but he gets too much wax, he gets stunned, and he will be down for the first time. The female dancer has been eliminated, and things are looking incredibly favorable for the side of this hunter. The forward has been chaired, the Cypher machine is not primed, and yet Evil is not even approaching the chair. He's going further away. It looks like he plans to allow this forward to expire, and he plans to get that one-man escape by going towards the dungeon. However, the dungeon is not in this area. Hunter does have tinnitus, so he does know the survivor is blocking. He's gonna run into the survivor, and Evil runs into the survivor. He was able to hook, but the landing was a little... It got stuck on the obstacle. Will be downing him, and that's a 4-man elimination by FAV Hunter Yami.
異形との相性やっぱいい。
いつでも強かったりしますからね。
そうなんですよね。
通常攻撃を狙っての
人格が非常に気になるところではございます。
異形であれば全然エンジネも追えますし。
第3ラウンド後半戦
GXG Hunter going against FAV survivors. It will be Anna ever sleeping town. It looks like he'll be throwing her cats towards Atpai, who is the fire investigator. The cats will not be landing on him quite right, but she is able to jump and go closer to the survivor. He has made it to these pallets. Hunter will be following close behind. He was able to vault that pallet, and he does have knee-jerk reflex, so that did give him a speed boost. Hunter is just following these blood trails and waiting for her cats to come out, and the cats are out once again. Oh, her area is blocked off by the fire investigator ball. Great placement on the side of this survivor. Hunter will be changing targets. It looks like she's gonna go towards Felix. Felix is the airplanist. He has 2 jetpacks to work with, so he can kite for quite some time, and he can utilize these jetpacks to avoid the cats, especially when he does the upward propel. He will be using his jetpacks, avoiding the cats. Hunter warping towards right next to the survivor, and it looks like she'll be able to take the first hit and damage the survivor for the first time. He is transitioning towards the middle of the map. Dakcho is in that area, but it looks like he's going to go up to the second story, drop down from the stairs, and the hunter has lost sight of him for now, but she does have that blood trail, throwing down the cats and utilizing the jetpacks to once again avoid these cats. The hunter was able to land the cat, however, and disabling the survivor's abilities and is catching up to him, but he is at a pallet, so he will be able to throw down this pallet. Hunter will be breaking this pallet. He's going to the outer walls of Graveyard. Hunter throwing more cats on this, then he will be able to use his upper propel and his last jetpack to get away from this hunter and go towards the window vault. He was able to make that vault. Hunter is going to also have to vault that window, and the cats have been the cooldown is gone, and now the cats have left. We have the antiquarian body blocking for this survivor. The cats have been thrown once again on Felix. Hunter is getting pushed away by this antiquarian stick, disarming the hunter. Hunter will be able to jump and catch up to the survivor, but the airplanist doesn't have any more items to work with, so this looks like she should be getting down pretty soon, but he's buying so much time in this pallet. The hunter has to utilize yet another cat and stun this survivor, keeping there for a while, gonna jump towards him and finally down this survivor. But look at the Cypher machines. We have 3 Cypher machines completed, the 4th Cypher machine at 50, the last Cypher machine at 15, and this is only the first chair. The FAV survivors are really supporting incredibly well. We'll be taking the hit and we'll be getting the save with Tide Turner. Hunter sending our cats towards Felix once again, completely preoccupied by the survivors. She can't even pressure the Cypher machines. Will be getting the hit onto the aeroplanist as aeroplanist goes away towards the corner exit gate, fake gate area of the map. It also looks like the survivors were able to give him an item, and he was able to pick up an elbow pad. So the FAV Hunter in the first half had a 5-man elimination. In order to tie this, GXG Hunter has to get that 4-man elimination. And if she is not able to get that 4-man elimination, it is a win for FAV. So the pressure is on the and Cypher machines have been completed. The first officer is utilizing his watch extremely well to keep the hunter away, able to avoid all the cats, and is going to be getting the save. Cypher machines are primed. He has Tide Turner. Hunter has thrown the cats, and she's trying to down the survivor for the third time, but he has so much distance. The cats are on the survivor. He has been stunned. She is going to hit him, but the Cypher machines will pop, and he will be getting right back up. We already have a survivor on the exit gate, and it is being opened up while this hunter is chasing this one survivor, Felix. He is able to get into that pallet. The pallet here are all thrown. Utilizing his elbow pad, we have 3 survivors escaping, and we have a person at the dungeon. The exit gate has not been opened yet. It's at 84%. The forward was able to, not the forward, the first officer was able to avoid the hunter utilizing his pocket watch, and is doing a very good job avoiding any more injuries, and the hunter is just having a hard time locating the survivor. He has no cat on him still. He's trying to open up that exit gate, but the hunter is still off. The exit gate is open. They left. We have 3 other survivors at the opposite exit gate. It's at 93. 5% is open, and that's a 4-man escape for FAV survivors.
勝利となりました。
わー、ラウンド3の総合力、
今回の3キャラクター目の幅って今までのシーズンでも一番広いです。試合結果はファブゲーミング勝利となりました。
全員5点持って帰って、
おめでとうございます。
おめでとうございます。
確かに本日最終マッチ注目して見ていきましょう。はい、実は
頭は真ん中なのかな。曲芸がそこなんだという。
はい。
FL Hunter going against 0 survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Sacred Heart Hospital. Already making his way inside of the hospital, we see that the psychologist has gone up to the 2nd floor. Hunter will be moving away towards Shaq. He will be running into Tarako and Yora. The survivors want this hunter to go after the seer, because the seer is the only survivor that does not have borrowed time and has a full kiting build, which is flywheel and knee-jerk reflex. We'll be throwing down that. Oh my goodness, already an early hit on the seer. Seer is transitioning into the next pallet, trying to get to hospital or walls where he can kite a little better. We'll be throwing down that pallet, keeping the hunter away from him, and the hunter is getting ready to set up another clone, getting the white ball on the seer, getting the red ball on the seer. He does have owl to utilize, but he wasn't able to utilize it. He will be going down extremely quickly. The hunter is also bringing him to one of the Cypher machines that the survivors were working with, so this is looking incredibly good for the side of this Hullabaloo. We do see that the survivors' Cypher machines are at 60%, 46%, 26%, and 3%. The seer can still utilize this owl in order for the rebound kite. We do have the mercenary coming in for the save. He does have Tide Turner, but the hunter has caught him at quite a distance. He really needs to make it to the chair. Was able to get the hit and will be making it to the chair with his elbow pad, but the hunter is closing in on him already. A black ball on him, another white ball. He needs to avoid a red ball, and is able to get the down on the mercenary. The only next person that the hunter will be going for is this seer. Is going to keep a clone on that window so that he can get some more balls on this seer. We do see the black ball and the red ball has landed on this seer. Seer needs to be careful. Was able to jump over that. Oh my goodness, and downing him right away right before Tide Turner ran out. He still hasn't been able to utilize his owl. There is no survivor that has Tide Turner, so the next time a survivor comes in for the save, oh, it does look like the survivors are healing up in the shack. Hunter is already moving towards these survivors. We'll be throwing down a peeper next to them, and the mercenary has wanted order once again. However, it looks like Maka will be coming in for the save. It is the psychologist. She can take up to 3 hits, so she will be able to make it to this chair, but she needs to hurry up before already getting a hit onto the psychologist, getting the red ball, white ball, getting the second hit on the psychologist. She gets a save right before the seer expires. The seer finally utilizes his owl to transition into this pallet area. We'll be throwing down that pallet. He needs to avoid getting a red bomb. Hunter is getting ready to set up another clone. Was able to avoid the red bomb, but was not able to avoid the second clone's red bomb, and will be going down for the 3rd and final time. This is the first survivor that has been eliminated. Only one Cypher machine is completed. This is looking incredibly good for the side of the Hunter. Hunter's already going towards Mollyf, who is the mercenary. It's the only survivor in this area. He is going to check out and see what survivor is around this shack, but he's already transitioned outside of shack. Hunter has not been able to see the blood trails. He will be able to see it now, and he will be going after this survivor next. The pallet's done, and the dungeon is also in this area, so now both the survivors and hunters are aware of the situation. Getting the hit onto the mercenary. The mercenary is going down once again. He was healed with a survivor, so he still does have self-heal. Hunter will be carrying this mercenary and will be taking him towards this chair in walls. Will be dropping down, teleporting to Maka's Cypher machine, who is the psychologist. She's at half health and her stress is gone, so now she has no ability left to utilize. Will be going down immediately. Only 2 Cypher machines have been completed, 2 survivors down. 1 survivor is going to be chaired and 1 full health survivor, which is the acrobat. The 3rd Cypher machine is at 83%, the 4th Cypher machine at 35%, and the 5th Cypher machine at 26%, but these Cypher machines are not moving. We do see that the acrobat is going towards the mercenary to try and heal him up once again. He was able to get the mercenary up. Hunter is trying to look for these survivors by utilizing his clone and seeing the general direction of these survivors, but it doesn't look like the hunter is going to leave the survivor quite yet. And it doesn't look like the survivors plan on saving this psychologist. She doesn't really have much of a rebound kite ability. She does have knee-jerk reflex, so if she can vault a pallet or window, she can gain some distance. It does look like the mercenary is going towards this psychologist, but he's still quite far away. He needs to avoid getting the white bomb. He got the white bomb and he's going to be going down very soon. He does have 1 elbow pad to work with, but he's not going to be able to make it, and he's going down once again. He still does have self-heal since he was healed up by Tarako, but this is looking like a 4-man elimination if Hasha can hurry up and down this survivor. Finding the general location of this survivor, he's waiting around at that window, was able to bomb away from this hunter, but already got the red and white bomb, and he's already hit. He's already at half damage. He needs to avoid getting another red and white bomb. Is not able to get a bomb quite yet. Will be getting that bomb on the pallet. He needs to avoid the red bomb, and he has been able to avoid the red bomb. He's trying to stay alive for as long as possible, but the hunter is cornering him. Wonderful ball utilization and canceling out the hunter's ability. Instead is able to make that vault and go around this area, looping the walls once again. Hunter is trying to get the clone image ready to land the red ball, and he unfortunately gets a terror shock and goes down. Also, this hunter does not have detention, so he will not be able to get that fast down in the beginning, but it doesn't even look like he will need detention at this point because the Cypher machines are not being finished. We only have 3 Cypher machines, and the 4th Cypher machine at 40%, 5th Cypher machine at 35%, and they are nowhere ready to getting done. Hunter has found the mercenary on the ground. Mercenary has not gotten up, and it looks like the hunter is just going to chair this mercenary as close as possible to this acrobat and take the acrobat right back to the chair. It is his first chair, so he does have quite a lot of time. He's going to locate the acrobat with his clones and will be zooming and taking this acrobat to the chair, and that's a 4-man. Oh, he was able to struggle free. He still has 2 balls that he can utilize, but the hunter is... Oh, it looks like he's trying to get the heal up, and he's trying to get the save off onto the mercenary. He is able to make it and get the save off on the mercenary. However, he will be going down immediately. Mercenary using his last elbow pad to try and get to that pallet. Hunter is just going to jump over those balls, get the white ball on the mercenary. Mercenary has gotten the pallets done, so it isn't quite done because the acrobat still has self-heal since he was able to struggle free, and it looks like the hunter is trying to get the red bomb on the mercenary. Mercenary has to be very careful here. Was able to get the red bomb on the mercenary, and the mercenary will be going down. He's gonna go down as far away into this corner, and Hunter will be picking him back up, most likely gonna drag him towards the acrobat and make sure that he can down him. I mean, he can chair the acrobat first, and then we'll be chairing the mercenary because the mercenary has been on the chair once, so that means he doesn't have as much time left on the chair. It looks like the acrobat will be utilizing his self-heal, will be getting up, trying to stay alive here at Birdcage, getting his bomb ready to be utilized, gonna take that window vault. Hunter's just gonna jump right through while the acrobat tries to loop this hospital area, gonna use another red bomb, canceling out the Hunter's abilities. The Hunter placed a clone right before he stepped into that red bomb. We'll be looping this window in Birdcage once more. We'll be throwing down these 2 pallets outside of the hospital. Nope, not that second pallet, just that one. For now, he is being very careful with his pallet usages and will be using his bomb. And Terra Shotgun downing him. Hunter is going to teleport to the mercenary, and it looks like the mercenary has gotten up, but the Hunter is gonna get that white bomb on the mercenary, needs to get a black ball, and red bomb was able to get the black bomb on the mercenary, changing and trying to get the red ball, and is able to get the red ball, and he can just chair these survivors now since there's nothing else these survivors can do. So that's a 4-man elimination for the side of FL Hasha. But it doesn't look like the survivors plan on surrendering quite yet. We do see Tarakon, the acrobat, is trying to crawl to the dungeon. But they will surrender.
これ見せられるとそうですね。ファーストチェイスから持ちすぎなんですよ。
どっちかですよね。チェイス人格を多く採用するのか。
Zero Hunter going against FL survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Sacred Heart Hospital. He's already inside of the building. Survivor has already gone up to the 2nd floor. It does look like the Hunter is going to follow these blood trails to the survivor in the Sacred Heart Hospital. Was not able to get any hits on the survivor, or was able to get the black ball onto this airplanist. Airplanist making the rounds, entering Birdcage, will be vaulting that window. Hunter will be following close behind. Already has the black ball and red ball. He just needs to get the white ball on the survivor. He's going to utilize his jetpack to create more distance away from this Hunter, and is able to make it to that pallet and throw it down. Hunter is placing a clone there, but wasn't able to get that white ball on the survivor quite yet. He's making his rounds and re-entering into hospital, and the Hunter is trying to predict his whereabouts and throw down more clones. He will be able to vault this window and transition further away. It does look like he utilizes his second jetpack to make it into, was able to get the final first hit onto this survivor. He has 1 jetpack left and his propel to utilize. He was able to get the red ball and the white ball on him right away. He does have to avoid the black area of the color wheel. He is going to use his last jetpack to get into the walls. Here's a very good kiting area, lots of pallets, but he can't camp these pallets because the Hunter can still land balls on the survivor. Will be throwing a peeper down, so trying to make sure he can see the survivor through the walls. Does look like the survivor is gonna be going down. Great job sniping out the survivor. 1 cipher machine has been completed. The 2nd and 3rd cipher machine will be completed very shortly. It looks like Sasori is going to be coming in for the save. He is the puppeteer, and he also does have Tide Turner, so it looks like he's starting to make his way. Already got the red bomb on this survivor. The Hunter did put a peeper down, so he does know that he is coming. Gonna use its puppet form and get the save before half with Tide Turner, and the Hunter is going after this puppet, but he is still in his puppet form, and the Hunter will change targets right back to 520 and try to down the survivor for the 2nd time. And it looks like he is able to get the black bomb on this survivor as he tries to go back and forth between this pallet. He was able to, no, he will be getting the red ball, throwing down that pallet. He needs to avoid the white area of the color wheel. Was able to vault that, but will be eating the white ball and will be going down for the 2nd time. However, he was able to outlast Tide Turner, even if it was a little bit, so that was a pretty good rebound kite. We do see that the survivors are, the Young, who is the Enchantress, does have 1 in order, but it's not the survivor coming in for the save. Hunter will be throwing down more peepers inside to make sure that he can see survivors. It is going to be the first officer coming in for the save. He already utilizes pocket watch. It's very hard for the Hunter to locate his body. Is able to get the save with Tide Turner once again and make him is going to be hit, and the Hunter will be changing targets right back to this airplane, is trying to secure this one-man elimination since it will be his third and last time on the chair. We do see that the survivors are going... Oh, he's going to be hit and he will be going down. It doesn't look like the Enchantress has any stuns available since she hasn't been even close to this Hunter the entire game. However, Cypher Machine, 4 Cypher Machines are completed. The 5th Cypher Machine is 76%, so this is looking like a very good game for the side of the survivors. Hunter is going to throw down a peeper there inside of hospital and transition away to that 84% Cypher Machine. Will he be able to make it in time? And it looks like he was able to make it in time before the Cypher Machine is primed. The Hunter is going after Sasori. Sasori is back in his puppet form, is able to eat that hit with his puppet, and is going to utilize his trait for a little longer, was able to get the pallet stun and was avoiding. The Hunter just needs to avoid the red color wheel, and he's just doing a very good job avoiding it for now. A new last Cypher Machine has started. He is once again in his puppet form, trying to eat the damage instead. Looks like Hunter is going to be waiting and being very patient until he's outside of his puppet form and getting a down on him afterwards. The Cypher Machines have been popped, and this is the end game. In the first half, the FL survivor was able to get a 4-man elimination, so if Zero can't get a 4-man elimination, it will be a win for round 1 on the side of FL. So it looks like the Hunter has never utilized his trait, which was Warp. So that is one interesting fact. He didn't even have the chance to utilize Warp. Looks like the Hunter will be running into the Enchantress, will be able to get the black ball and the white ball. The exit gate is open and she's already running towards it. She'll be getting the hit and she will be leaving the exit gate, and that's a 2-man elimination. And the Hunter also did not have detention, so that's why even if he hit her, she was still able to leave without any issues.
時に無傷でも救助後ダメージを受けちゃうみたいなことかなと思いますね。
FL Hunter going against 0 survivors. It will be Goatman on Ever Sleeping Town. He's already making his way towards Maka, who is the mechanic. Mechanic has already made her way into the graveyard. Will you be utilizing her bot and will be dropping him near the gravestones. Hunter was not able to see the bot. Maka is trying to go all the way around. Hunter setting up a cage, getting ready to swing, but she'll be running into the Hunter and will be taking the first hit as she transitions outside of graveyard, leaving her bot so that she will be able to decode with it. Hunter will be setting up another cage and trying to cut her off. She's going back and forth, but the Hunter has run into him as he's trying to go across the cage, and the Hunter has caught up. So what usually happens is when you want to go against a Goatman, you have to run along the edges of the cave. So as soon as the Hunter catches up with you, you have to change sides and keep going back and forth. So you can never run towards the middle. If you run towards the middle of the cage, that's usually when survivors go down, because the Hunter will catch up with you. If you're on foot, the Hunter will catch up with you. It looks like we have the save by the puppeteer on the she's the mechanic, and it looks like the mechanic is able to decode a little more with her bot. She does have Tide Turner. She is doing a little mind games at this pallet. Will be getting another 25% hit. He needs to get a hit with the cage. He will be setting up a cage. Will be going back and forth. The mechanic does have a pallet here to work with, and she is keeping the Hunter at a good distance far away. Will be going right through. Hunter will be following behind back to the area of the pallet. Hunter will just have to break this pallet because she's doing a very good job utilizing that pallet to keep the Hunter away. Will be throwing down this pallet as the Hunter gets ready to set up another cage. Hunter is outside of this cage. Mechanic is going back and forth. He'll be breaking this cage instead because he doesn't have another cage to work with. But she'll be able to kite out this Hunter a little longer, playing a little mind games at this pallet here. She's being very patient. Hunter is not gonna go after her quite yet. He just needs to get her down with a 25% hit. Looks like he'll just be hitting her and downing her right away. However, she did an incredibly long kite because she outlasted Tide Turner and was able to kite even longer. And it looks like we have 3 Cypher Machines completed. We have the 4th Cypher Machine at 63 and the 5th Cypher Machine at 32%. It looks like the hunter is aware that the bot has spawned in the graveyard where he found the mechanic, so he is going to be going after this mechanic spot. The cage was a little small. He's going to make a double cage and down this mechanic spot right away. It doesn't look like... Oh, and he also abnormal that Cypher machine, so it's now at 8%. Hunter is trying to down this mechanic once again. He was saved by the forward. He is trying to do some mind games at this pallet. Pallet stunning the survivor and breaking the cage and leaving this area. Not quite yet. Still has another pallet to work with. And we have a stun by the forward, and it allows the mechanic to go a little further away and transition back further away while the survivors are working on this Cypher machine. The body block by the forward is able to keep the mechanic alive once again. Another cage by the hunter was gonna hit the forward instead, and this mechanic is still up and running. She still has one pallet to work with. Hunter will just be breaking it immediately, and the survivor mechanic is trying to go out. He doesn't let her get to the next pallet. He sets up the cage. She's doing a very good job going back and forth between the cage. We do see the antiquarian is outside of the cage. She's gonna go back and forth, and she's able to outlast this cage. A push from the antiquarian keeps the hunter away, and she's able to body block for this survivor. Will be taking the hit for this mechanic. 4 Cypher machines are completed. The last Cypher machine at 73. Excellent support on the side of the survivors. The mechanic has left this area. Hunter is now going after the forward, and we still have the antiquarian staying back. It looks like the hunter is just going to have to change targets and chair this forward instead. However, Cypher machines are primed, and the antiquarian is coming in for the save. They both have borrowed time, so once they get hit, the Cypher machines will pop, and that's a 4-man endgame. Doing an incredible job. We see that a survivor is already working on that exit gate. We see that the forward will be now taking the kite. Hunter is gonna be going after him. He still has a third left of a... Oh, looks like he'll be going down right away to that detention hit Goatman, and it looks like Hunter will be changing targets to Mollyf, who is the puppeteer. Will be teleporting to the gate. It's already open. We have the mechanic has already left. Yora is still running around this map. Hunter is unable to see the antiquarian, or he plans to hurry up and chair this forward. Will be going towards the forward, but the forward is not inside of this cage. Hunter double caging and trying to go after this puppeteer. Was able to get a hit onto this puppeteer. The puppet is... He's back in his puppet form, and he will be going down to this detention hit Goatman. It looks like the forward is crawling away, and the hunter is bringing this puppeteer to the chair. The antiquarian is going to be leaving, and that's a 2-man escape on the side of Zero survivors.
ゼロのサバイバーが一貫して何をしていたか
って相当難しいと思うんですよね。マカの檻の中でのグローバル版にね
経験値があると思うので、
ハンターは
Zero Hunter going against FL survivors. It will be Anne on Ever Sleeping Town. She's already making her way towards Young, who is the patient, and will be jumping to get closer to the survivor. Can see the blood trails, and she's changing targets. It looks like she's not going to change targets. She's just going to go around the building and try to find this, run into the survivor. But he's already transitioned further away. He's going to the corner of fake gate and the exit gate. Hunter jumping, but he has so much distance because he utilized his hook incredibly well. Hunter is going to that corner of the Cypher machine, has lost track of the survivor, has finally been able to see the blood trails, and now knows the general direction in which the survivor is looping. Will be throwing more cats towards the survivor. He was able to split the cats, but he was avoiding the cats, utilizing his second hook to transition. Gonna use warp to close the distance. He throws down that pallet, and Hunter goes around the obstacle. He is gonna be caught here. The hunter is catching up real quick. Is getting ready to utilize his hook. Will be taking a hit and will be going towards corner house. Sasori is in that direction. He is the coordinator so she can help him transition away with the stun gun. Will be stunning this hunter so that Young can transition away, and it looks like the hunter will be stunned for quite some time, getting ready to use her cats, and the cat has left the survivor. Hunter changing targets to Sasori because Sasori now does not have any items to work with. However, the patient still had one hook to work with. Sasori is kind of caught here in the middle of the map, was able to vault that pallet and go to the second floor. Hunter disables the survivor's ability, in which she doesn't have one, but that's okay. She will be transitioning into the 2 pallets area. She will be breaking this pallet right away and will be trying to send these cats towards the survivor. Is able to land and stun her, getting the hit onto this coordinator for the first time. 2 cipher machines have already been finished, and the survivors are just buying so much time for their teammates to decode, and it looks like the hunter is going to be staying next to Sasori. Sasori around the dancing geisha area, not any obstacles to work with. It's going to be stunned and is going to be going down for the first time. 2 cipher machines completed, the 3rd cipher machine at 82, the 4th cipher machine at 52, and the 5th cipher machine at 39. It looks like the hunter is going to be taking the survivor all the way to basement. The wildling is in this area trying to stun the hunter and push her away to free this coordinator, but was unable to do so. Great sidestep on the side of this Anan, securing this chair for this coordinator. The wildling is in this area. He's still on his board. It's his first board, so he has a lot of time left on this board. He is going to be getting the stun, and he's going to get a double hit on this, triple hit on this survivor. Oh my goodness, and he gets to tear her shot. Amazing job on the side of this hunter. She was at a disadvantage in the beginning of the game. Now she has 2 survivors chaired in basement. We have the injured patient, and we only have 1 full health survivor. That's the acrobat. These cipher machines are not primed. We only have 3 cipher machines finished, and the acrobat will be taking a hit, and he can't make it to the basement at this rate. They're cut off. Oh my goodness, the hunter jumping, and she misses the acrobat, but she is making sure that there isn't a backdoor save. We see 2 survivors are going towards this basement. The coordinator is about to expire. The wildling is going to be saved after half. Young is trying to get his hook into the basement, but is unable to do so. The survivors are running out of options. This Anne has suddenly gotten the advantage with this basement chair, and is doing such an amazing job keeping the survivors away. The wildling will be going back to the manor. FL 520 is going towards the corner house, 2nd floor. Hunter is throwing down those cats in anticipation that he would just drop right down, but he did not. He'll be going through that window drop. Hunter already had that cross ready to get the cats on the survivor, and the hunter is sending the cat towards the survivor. The survivor utilized his bomb, but was stunned and unable to do much. The hunter will be taking down the survivor. It doesn't look like she'll be cheering in the basement this time. We do have the acrobat who is running around. He doesn't have much options left. He's at half health. Oh, not the acrobat, I'm sorry. The patient, he's already at half health. He's unable to heal himself. He'll just be hiding in the middle 2-story building. Hunter gets tinnitus. She has chaired 520. It doesn't look like she's going for the slugging method because cipher machines can be primed, seeing that already 4 cipher machines are completed. The 5th cipher machine is at 34, but it doesn't look like the survivors can do much. Hunter is making sure she knows the location of this dungeon and trying to locate this survivor. Unable to find him on 2nd story. He just needs to be careful not to allow him to utilize that last hook to make it to that dungeon. Hunter is throwing more cats in this area. Unable to locate this survivor. Will be going to the 2nd floor where Young is. Did not look to the right. He's on the right corner, just gonna drop right down. She's unable to find the survivor. Oh my goodness, she was right next to him. He will be vaulting this window but running right into the hunter, and the hunter will be able to land cats because he's very close. He is able to utilize his hook, but he's gonna get stunned by the cats and he will be going down, and that's a 4-man elimination for Zero's Hunter Hamu.
買ってはないけども極限も
うまいことかいくぐったのがハムだった、はい、しかもそのチャンスをして、上
Zero Hunter going against FL Survivors. It will be Soul Weaver on Arms Factory, already making his way towards the shack, and it looks like he's going towards Young, who is the entomologist, and it does not look like she was able to find her because she wasn't able to see the blood trails on the ground. He's going towards the middle where Yuto, the forward, is, but that's not his way. He's going back and forth. He's going all the way towards the walls. He will be running into 520, who is the aeroplanist. Not the chase that the survivors would like, because he does have Tide Turner, meaning that they would prefer him rescuing since he doesn't have a kiting build. And he also has borrowed time, so it looks like the hunter will be setting up her webs here so for faster movement speed, running into the survivor, but he used his upward propel and jetpacks to get away. We have the beast support pushing the hunter further away. He was able to make it to that window. Is going to go back and forth. Hunter doing the backlight trick and is setting up more webs in this area. He can't go back to corner walls because if he does, oh, we have another jetpack utilization, another beast assist, but he has not been able to get to an area with obstacles to utilize. He was out in the open, so he will be taking this first hit and will be making his way towards factory. There are a lot of webs set up inside of the corner wall, so he's not going to go there. He has to go up to a new area and transition to this next area. Going to utilize his jetpacks. Made it to the pallets, and the hunter is blinked down and he goes down immediately. We have Cypher Machines at 72, 64, 62 and 21%. This will be the first chair for the aeroplanist. It does look like Young will be the getting wanted order. We have the immediate stun by the forward and getting the save off onto this airplanist. That was more than half of a football, so that was a very long stun for this hunter. We see the forward is camping this pallet. Hunter keeps swinging, but forward is being very patient. He is not going to be throwing that down that pallet anytime soon. We'll throw it as soon as he sees the hunter go through, and will be pallet stunning this hunter. Meanwhile, 420 has made a lot of distance away from this hunter. He has made it towards middle. Hunter utilizing more of her webs to try and close this distance. He has thrown down that pallet and was able to vault and avoid the hit. We have the forward in this area once again, and he will be stunning the hunter, utilizing even more of his football, but it wasn't as much as the first stun. It was like 1/8 possibly, and it looks like he'll be making his way back to the corner wall. The webs in that area has expired, and he was able to get the spit web on the survivor, so now he has slow movement speed. We see that the forward is body blocking for the survivor, but the hunter knows exactly where the survivor is because he has gotten the webs on this survivor. Forward trying to get another football, but is unable to do so. Got the spit, got the pallet stun, and is able to kite even longer, just doing an incredibly amazing rebound kite with the support of the forward. Is going to be going around the walls. Oh, he's going into the corners. It looks like he plans on going down very soon. Hunter will be putting up a web here and will be running into the survivor and downing him for the second time. We see that 2 Cypher Machines have been completed. The 3rd Cypher Machine at 90, the 4th Cypher Machine at 69, the 5th Cypher Machine at 67, an additional Cypher Machine at 21. The second chair for this survivor, we have the entomologist with wanted order, and it looks like she will be coming in for the save. She does not have Tide Turner. She has a little bit of bees to work with, about 1/4%. The 3rd Cypher Machine has been completed. The 4th Cypher Machine will be completed very soon. She's on her bees and she's making her way towards the chair. The 4th Cypher Machine is completed. They just need to prime up this last Cypher Machine, and he will be getting the hit right onto the airplanist with great precision. The airplanist will be returning to the manor. It's looking like a 3-man endgame. The last Cypher Machine at 84%. They will be able to prime it out if they can just buy enough time. Hunter will be going after this entomologist. Nope, he's gonna go towards that last cipher. They will be popping that last cipher machine. This is the end game with 3 survivors available. Gonna be throwing down a lot of webs in this area. It looks like he's gonna be going after Sasori. Sasori story, making that window fall, but the Hunter is just too fast because he utilizes webs incredibly well. Exit gate is being opened up at 37, 8, 40%. Hunter is bringing the survivor to the basement. It's not going to be a very easy save for the survivors. They may just decide to sell this postman and get the two-man escape forwards. Exit gate has been opened. Forward is not going to leave. It looks like the Hunter is going to teleport to the exit gate, but the etymologist hasn't quite made it to the exit gate yet. The forward is caught out here in the open, utilizes an elbow pad and makes it to the exit gate. However, he's just trying to buy more time so that the entomologist can go to the basement, and she's going for the basement rescue, but this Hunter has detention, so this is incredibly dangerous for the side of the survivors. They have made it out of the basement. He missed his spit, and he's gonna have to spend more time breaking this pallet. Hunter is just trying to ensure that he can get this one more down. The dungeon is in this area. It looks like the Hunter will be going after this postman. The etymologist is making her way towards the exit gate. He's just trying to stick around here. Was not able to get the dog bite. He will be able to fly wheel, but the etymologist is not at the gate yet, so it looks like he won't be able to get that dungeon escape, but that's still a two-man elimination for the side of Zero Hunter.
現状ここで引き分けのままと、
工場でのラウンド3ハンター
にまで来ちゃってたので、残ってたと思うんですよ。オフェンス
解読までに1人は飛ばせるだろう。
FL Hunter going against Zero survivors. It will be Opera Singer on Arms Factory. She's already making her way towards Yora, who is the fire investigator. He does not have a kiting build. He has Tide Turner and Borrowed Time, but it does look like she will be finding him eventually because she has seen the blood trails on the ground. He was able to make that pallet vault. Oh, utilizing his ball and dashing away towards Shaq. He will have two pallets here to work with, and he is not going to be getting hit. And doing a very good job mind gaming at these two pallets, going back and forth. Was able to throw down that pallet. Was able to avoid the hit. He did not vault that pallet. It was mind gaming this Hunter so well. Has another pallet here to work with. Pallet stun, and he's able to transition, getting ready to use up his second ball and dashing into the shack. Was able to throw down that pallet, and he does have that window to work with. He will not be going towards the window, however, and he will be leaving the shack, going back to his ball and dashing towards this other pallet in between shack and the walls. Oh, he will be taking the first hit with that blink. Great precision on the side of this Hunter. Will be breaking these pallets, slowly dwindling the resources of these survivors, but he's doing a very good job utilizing these balls and dashing back and forth between them, staying away from the cipher machines, and the survivors will be going towards this 3-palleted area, and is just occupying so much of this Hunter's time. Hunter is swinging and and he's finally able to down this fire investigator as he threw down that pallet. Will be getting the stun from the Weeping Clown, utilizing his rockets from afar. He will be taking this survivor to this rocket chair. The one good thing about this rocket chair for survivors is you can still save the survivor in the backside, and so the Hunter won't be able to take a hit onto the survivor. It looks like the Hunter will be going towards the middle, going back to her remnant. There isn't a survivor anywhere near quite yet. Oh, we do see a survivor is creeping closer and closer. It will be Maka, who is the Weeping Clown. Got the save with the Tide Turner and a stun with the forward. 2 cipher machines completed. We have a third cipher machine at 83%. If we do look at it looks like the Explorer is picking up another page, and the Hunter is back on the, oh my goodness, getting the hit onto this fire investigator right when the Tide Turner ends. He was trying to get another pallet stun. We do see that forward is helping out here, but he is gonna be able to make it to that pallet. Hunter returning to her remnant. He has his, oh my goodness, he stuns the Hunter once again. Wonderful job on the predictions of this forward, and that's a very long stun. He doesn't have much forward ball left. Hunter has to try and down this fire investigator once again, but the forward is body blocking for this survivor. Will not be taking a hit, and will be camping this pallet. He will finally be taking a hit and he will be leaving, trying to get to the next pallet, but downing this forward instead. Will she be picking up this forward? It does look like she does not want to be harassed by this forward any longer. She will be taking this forward to the chair. It looks like she won't be going after this fire investigator for now. 3 cipher machines have been completed. The 3rd, 4th cipher machine at 83, the 5th cipher machine at 68. This is looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors. Hunter gonna push Maka off of this cipher machine. He did utilize his rockets to get distance from this Hunter, but the Hunter is dashing against the shadows, is catching up real soon, and is able to catch up and down the survivor. A backdoor save on the forward. 4 cipher machines completed. Last cipher machine at 69. Hunter is bringing the survivor to the chair for the first time, so it looks like she's gonna just be rotating survivors on chair, and that is gonna buy the survivors a lot of time. This is looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors. If we do look at the, it looks like the explorer is finding the 3rd page, I believe, and she is making her way towards Tarako, who is the forward. Forward doesn't have much ball to utilize, but he does have a little bit, able to make it to the pallet, but Hunter will be downing him immediately, and he will be returning to the chair for the 2nd time. A backdoor save on Maka just before half with Tide Turner, and is going to be bringing this forward to the chair. The explorer has a 49 page, so they will be able to pop that cipher machine as soon as the explorer makes his way towards there, and it looks like the explorer is Mollyf. She is running towards that cipher machine. That's a 69%. Hunter is not able to find him. Hunter has run into Yuuri, who is coming for the save. He's getting ready to utilize his... Oh my goodness, he will be going down instead. Cipher machines have popped. Hunter will be teleporting to the forward's chair. Maka can't make the save. It looks like he's just going to have to run away and the forward will expire. Maka is kind of stuck here in this wall. So many remnants. He has to be very careful trying to stay alive at this one pallet. So Hunter will be destroying it, and he's trying to make it to the window and try to kite a little longer. But if they survive, if this Hunter gets a 2-man elimination, which is very likely since there isn't much this Weaving Clown can do to a detention. Oh, looks like he'll be getting that hit while trying to get that fault. Hunter will be checking the exit gate, making sure this one nearby is not being opened so they can't get any rescues. It looks like she'll be going back for the save. If this round is a 2-man elimination, that means they tied this round. Round 1 went to FL, round 2 went to 0, and this is a tie, which means they will be going to overtime because the points are tied at 13 and 13.
本社だと追われるのは脳幹視、そして航空エンジンのどちらか。大体
FL Hunter going against 0 survivors. It will be Soul Weaver on Chinatown. It looks like Soul Weaver is gonna go pass through the hotel and run into Maka, who is the embalmer. Embalmer has already set his coffin down and he's making his rounds around the buildings. Hunter is following this blood trail and looking for this survivor. He's gonna change targets, and it looks like he's gonna go for a different set of blood trails. He is gonna be running into Yuuri, who is the coordinator. She does have a stun gun to utilize, and she will be throwing down that pallet. Hunter is utilizing her webs for fast movements. He's gonna eat the hit right away as she transitions into the red building. Hunter will be saving the webs for now while she makes that window vault and transitions outside of the building. Hunter will be following her on foot as she makes another pallet vault. She does have the coffin on her now, so she can get revived in the opposite corner. Will be using her gun because the Hunter just used a lot of webs just to catch up, and she is able to make it to the next set of pallets here. She is going to be going around the walls. We do see more Mollyf is in this area. He does have the jetpack to utilize. Survivor will be going towards the corner walls, has one pallet to work with. Hunter swings, but she didn't even go near that pallet. Hunter has such fast moving ability, and she was able to flywheel and avoid another hit. Oh my goodness, avoiding yet another hit. Hunter's going through his webs to get faster movements, and will finally get her down on her as she's throwing down that pallet. She did die in this far corner because she can be resurrected at the opposite side of the corner. Mollyf has finished his cipher machine, so kiting at his cipher was not that big of a problem. It looks like Hunter will be carrying her and she will be getting revived in the second story of hotel. Hunter warping all the way to the coffin and meeting her as she gets out of this coffin. She does have that bubble of security for a short while. She will be trying to get out of this area. Hunter will be breaking that pallet and following the survivor. Will be setting up more webs in the area for faster movement speed. She was able to vault back and forth. She'll be found in the corner and she will be going down for the second time. 2 cipher machines have been completed. The 3rd cipher machine will be completed shortly. The 4th cipher machine at 23. The 5th cipher machine at 8% and 6%. The wildling is already on his way and on his boar coming in for the save. The boar will be taking the first hit. He is gonna wait a while because she still has quite a lot of time on the chair. He will be going around the hotel, gonna vault the rubble here, take the hit with the wildling's boar. Hunter not able to get a spin onto this wildling. He's being very patient before she's gonna expire soon. He will be getting the save and get the hit onto the coordinator right away. And this coordinator does have flywheel, not flywheel. She does have flywheel, but that's not the point. She has tide turner, so she will still have some time to move and relocate, but that will be the end of this survivor unless the wildling can get back on his boar. But the boar is still on cooldown because it was his first boar and he did have a lot of time on that boar. It looks like they will be able to complete the 4th cipher machine as the survivor is sent back and the hunter is back on this wildling, but the survivors are all at full health, so they do have potential left in trying to prime up that last cipher. 4th cipher machine completed. Hunter teleporting to the cipher machine, and it is Maka who is the coffin embalmer. Who is the embalmer? The last cipher machine is at 94 and Mollyf is just finishing up that cipher machine. Hunter is trying to get, if she wants to hit the survivor, he wants to hit it with the spit so it will slow down their movement. It looks like he'll use his jetpack right away to transition away. Got the spit on Mollyf, but Hunter needs to ensure that this cipher machine is not being worked on. It's at 96, just so 4% more and this cipher will be popped. It looks like Mollyf is trying to get rid of the webs. Hunter is going to commit onto this. Nope, no he isn't. He's gonna go right back towards the cipher machine. Maka is in the area, so the hunter does have tinnitus. He is aware that a survivor is coming in here for the save. The reason the survivors are being very... they have another cipher machine that's being primed up and is at 92%, so that cipher machine will be primed instead. And it looks like it's the end game. They pop the cipher machine. 3 survivors walking around this map trying to get as much escapes as possible. The Hasha will be going towards Tarako. No, will be going back towards Maka. Is gonna set up a lot of webs so that he can go back and forth between these 2 exit gates. Will be making his way towards Maka. Maka is caught out here. Will be going down because the speed of this hunter is just incredibly fast. He has a lot of spider webs that he can go through, so he can go to the opposite side of this map and that will not be a problem. But it doesn't look like he's planning to go to the opposite side. He's gonna teleport to the opposite side. The exit gate just opened. The wildling is gonna go out very soon, and we see that Mollyf is caught in the middle of the map. Hasn't gotten tinnitus quite yet, but Hunter is slowly closing in on this survivor. He's going back towards the chair, but Mollyf is not even close to this chair. Hunter did get tinnitus, so he knows he's on this side of the map. Hunter is trying to snipe up the survivor. He cannot make it to the exit gate. Hunter still has tinnitus, throwing down more webs. It's looking like a 3-man elimination. Hunter has spawned this airplane as he'll be using his upper propel and jetpack to get to Maka, but will he be able to get the save just in time? Hunter still has detention, is able to get the save, hits the chair, and then hits the survivor. Now the hunter just needs to down Maka, and that will be a 3-man elimination. Hunter is picking up the airplanist and putting the airplanist on the chair, and then he's gonna go for this other survivor, the embalmer, and it looks like, I see why the hunter chaired the airplanes because Embalmer has a coffin to work with, but if all the survivors are chaired, he can't utilize his coffin, so it looks like the hunter is going to go first to this exit gate because he knows it is open, and it looks like Maka won't be able to make it to that exit gate. He needs to double back. It looks like he's stuck in the middle, and the hunter is just doing such a good job with this map. Pressure is going to be laying down a lot of webs for faster movement, so he's going to go back and forth around this building as he has so many webs to work with. He has run into Maka, and Maka needs to be very careful. He has a pallet to work with, and he is at half health. Hunter's detention does seem like it is over. Will be able to catch up to him. Flywheel, but Hunter was patient and downing this survivor. That's a 3-man elimination for FL Hunter Hasha.
義手も使いやすいし、
同様に農家
左の封鎖の方を優先してますか？
はい。
Zero Hunter going against FL survivors. It will be breaking wheel on Chinatown. It looks like he's making his way towards the middle of the map. He will be running into Yuto, who is the mercenary. Mercenary was able to dodge a spike. He will be changing targets and going towards the let's see, it looks like the corner. There aren't any survivors here. Looks like he's going to go towards the red building. Still no survivors here. He's going to go inside of the red building. He's going to be running into 520, but he's going to ignore him and make his rounds to the next building. Going to go back towards the tunnel area. Is going to be finding the female dancer. She already has a slow box and a fast box in this area. She's in a very cramped area, which is making it very hard for the was able to land one spike onto this female dancer. It's going to put her into a corner, unable to land a spike in that little itty bitty corner. I don't know how that didn't register, but she is able to avoid this hunter and do an incredibly good job. Hunter is trying to get a second spike, was able to get the second spike, will be leaving and getting out of his wheel form. Hunter survivor putting down another slow music box. Hunter getting a trap ready to hit the survivor. She was able to avoid flywheel and make it to the pallet. Will be dropping down this pallet. Hunter will have to go all the way around, getting ready to throw another trap here, but she's just staying alive, misses the trap. She's at this box, was able to make it pass out of this pallet into the next pallet. Hunter getting ready to utilize his trap once again. It's gonna take the hit finally and down the survivor. However, look at how much the Cypher machines have been progressing at 92, 80% and 77%. The 4 Cypher machine at 6%. It looks like Yuto, the mercenary, will have the wanted order. He'll be elbow padding right to the chair and getting one spike on him, get the save, has the large spikes on, got another spike onto the survivor, got 2 spikes onto Sasori, and will be getting a trap on her and is able to hit her down. She does have a coffin with her though, and she does have Ty Turner, so she's going to utilize this to transition further away. Moving across the map isn't too much of an issue for a wheel since he has very fast mobility. However, if he can't locate her fast enough, he may have trouble finding the survivor, especially if she does a very good job hiding. It looks like she will be resurrected from the coffin. It looks like it was going to be inside of Hotel. Hunter is already caught up to her in his wheel form, and she's just leaving this area. She does have that barrier of protection for now. She's waiting to make that window vault. Hunter will be making that window vault right after her. She's kind of stuck here, and she will be taking the hit and will be going down for the 3rd time. She will be going back to the manor, and the hunter will just have to go for the other survivors. So in the first half, the FL hunter was able to get a 3-man elimination. If they want to win this round, he has to match that and get a 3-man elimination. And if they also end up tying round 4, I believe they have to calculate the minutes of this game. So if they don't want to get to that area, it means he has to down these survivors fast, and he has to at least down 3 survivors in order to calculate the minutes. They have to get 4 survivors if they want to guarantee this win. It looks like he's going to be going after 520. It is the antiquarian. 4 cipher machines have just been completed. The last cipher machine at 70 and an additional cipher machine at 50%. Hunter is able to get 1 spike onto this antiquarian, but he's going back to the cipher machine because it is being primed up at 75%. Hunter has seen Young gonna do the extended spike and get the 3 spikes on Young. He needs to be careful not to go down to this hit. Hunter has thrown a trap, but he isn't able to land it onto the survivor as he makes his rounds around this. Oh, Flywheel avoiding the trap, and the Hunter has used the snapping ability to get that 75% injury back in his wheel form. Oh my goodness, that's not what happened. The cipher machines popped. That's what happened. And the Hunter is back on this mercenary just looping this area and is getting the extended spike. Will be able to get the double spike on this mercenary. Hunter going towards Young, trying to stop that exit gate from being opened up. It looks like Hunter will be throwing more spikes to Young and will be able to get the trap and doubting this survivor. 520 is opening up that opposite exit gate. He's gonna teleport to that exit gate, trying to stop 520 from opening up that exit gate. 520 stunning the Hunter with her stick and staying alive at these pallets. Throw both of them down. She needs to be careful at the opposite side of the pallet. There is a trap, but it's a little far away. Was able to flywheel and avoid the trap. Is able to push the Hunter and disarm him from now. Able to make it all the way to the flipping right through. The exit gate is opened up by the mercenary. It's looking like a 2-man escape. 2 survivors have escaped, and that is a win for FL.
おめでとうございます。
安定でした、編成の作り方から。
前半2ラウンドがね、どちらのハンターも慣れてきた頃であれば問題ないんですけども、
特殊のことのように思えちゃうんですけど、
あのフラバラちょっと入りましょう。リジェクト VS NGS しましたけれども、です。
明日アマチュア対決が、